niggas.
Exactly.
The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. Listen here, this is a fact of life. I be rapping like Nat Turner came back to life. Grab Donald Trump by the pussy, he ain't acting right. I never run from a conflict, I be glad to fight. It's a very cold world that we living in. Somebody please tell Elizabeth you're not an Indian. You just trying to con them people to get the benefit. Just another immigrant, stealing from the Indians. That's some punk ass shit and that's too lame. Now we finna step over to Andrew Yang. And you a sucker, you could never speak for black folks. Fake ass pandemic, trying to get the black vote. The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. You know your boy be high off sativa. Kamala wasn't popping, so we said bye, Felicia. She ain't had a right policy. We ain't trying to meet her. Y'all can take Biden too. Bye. We don't need him. We don't need Roland Martin or that coon Al Sharpton. Didn't need Cory Booker from the start, man. I don't fuck with police and no snitch. You know I'm coming with the heat when I spit it. The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. If you ever go to court and this is your luck, try not to get fucked by Benjamin Crump. I know it's hard. You and all go is hard. But who the fuck is Amy Cloak? Put her picture up on the bullseye and start throwing darts. People cut our organs out our bodies, that's a stolen heart. They can't save us from the flood like Noah's Ark. Black lives always matter, we finna go for ours. So then we savages, we don't need to pot the piss. Mike Bloomberg can suck dick with that stop and frisk. You ain't speaking for us, we don't know you. Bernie Sanders, they get your funky ass on too. The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me.
I'm talking about shout it going crazy. People going crazy in them motherfuckers. Run that shit back, man.
But it's nothing. Nothing. Got a woman on the bed. Man made the car. Man made the train to carry the heavy load. Man made the electric light to kick us out of the dark. Man made the boat for the water like the 7-no-meter. Man thinks about a little bit of baby girl and a baby boy. And man makes them happy because man makes them joy. But after man make everything we can, do you know that man makes money? To buy from other men. This is a man's world. But
Greetings, Shabaka. Greetings, Black.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Front Line Blacc News. I'm your host, Shane Krummer. We join with the other host, Lady Che, here shortly, and we are joined with our West Coast correspondent, Shabaka's Black Experience, Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, Shabaka Sankoria, Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, which I'm the co-executive producer and co-host of. Greetings from the Mile High Income City on this episode, season 3, episode 37 of Tray 7, part 3 of the Front Line Blacc News.
Yes, sir, and greetings from Las Vegas, Nevada here. Shabaka saying Corey coming to you here. This here is Frontline Black News in conjunction with the Blog Talk radio show Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. Check us out on Blog Talk every Tuesday night, 6 p.m. in the Pacific, 9 p.m. in the East, and also too we do Grand Rising with Shabaka and the Chays every Friday morning, 8 a.m. in the Pacific, 11 a.m. in the Eastern Time. And we deal with the Black experience from the beginning of time to 10 minutes ago. And we are definitely crumb bumming on these sorry ass sellout, no good, stinking ass black ass politicians who sold us straight down the toilet. Sheila Jackson Lee, Eric Adams, Han Coon, who used to be the mayor there in Detroit, other bum over here, Brandon Johnson, London Bridge, Sheila Jackson Lee. First place, you black ass politicians. You got everything fucked up. Now, here's how you got it fucked up. You talking about in Los Angeles that you got Safe Streets program, to get people who are homeless off the safe streets. Okay, here in the city of there in the city of Los Angeles, which is 250 miles west of where I'm at. Okay, you got all that the Hollywood up there and all them bum fakers up there, and you mean to tell me with all that money and you only house 235 people permanently? And you got all that access, open office space out there. Use some of them bullshit ass movie lots. You see what I'm saying? Also, too.
It's literally in the
and then would you? Yeah.
Just send you the link. It's on Messenger. Lady Chase asking for the link. I just sent her the link. All right, thank y'all for tuning in.
Okay.
Lady Chase will be joining us here shortly. Shapaki.
Okay.
So what we will discuss on part 3 is we got an update on Jonathan Majors.
Right, yeah, he got convicted.
Yeah, 2 of the 4 counts of assault harassment today.
Right. And he lost his one of his movie deals too off that bullshit.
Oh wow. Okay.
There, as we tell as we tell you out of Los Angeles all the time, when you get hit with those cases, man, they hit you with some of your movie deals. And then these Karens are going out there specializing, wrecking these black actors just like they do on the black athletes. And they taking their money or whatever other gratuities they got coming in, and they infusing the white community with it. Okay, so this theory of inclusion, that shit can kiss my ass. Wipe your ass with the illusion of inclusion. Make some toilet paper, call it the illusion of inclusion, put Kamala Harris's face on it, and use it to wipe your ass.
Yeah.
And I'm just telling it like it is, Madam Vice President. You ain't did shit for the black community. Sheila Jackson Lee.
Hold on.
You ain't did shit.
The whole diatribe. I gotta finish this topic. So.
The introduction. Okay.
Yeah, we got actor Jonathan Majors found guilty in 2 out of 4 counts of assault harassment. Like you said, he lost a movie deal. Harvard president survives anti-Semitism accusations. Coonye West is back at it with his latest rant on IG Live, on Instagram Live. And then we got Charleston White got whooped at a comedy show, and now he was arrested for possession of weapons and assault. And then we got unhoused neighbor and our unhoused neighbor suites.
Okay, now that's the gentleman that hit the dude, man, with a something, or when he was on stage and he was telling the guy to pull out some money, and then then he wouldn't hit the brother in the face with the microphone or something, and the brother got up there on the stage and would have been whooped his ass.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that sounds like a case of self-defense to me, man.
No, this is additional. I don't know if it's for the same thing.
Oh, okay, but it's some additional shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All righty. So off the West Coast, Hollywood. Okay, so what's happening with Mr. Majors? He is gonna lose. He's gonna get stung, and he got, fucking with that Cameron. Okay, and as they say, they already tore up one of his contracts for one of his movie deals. And what happens is, it's just like how they did the comedian Monique. They start phasing you out. You see what I'm saying? And I hate to see Mr. Majors go out like that. And this is why I'm always saying out there, to those here in Las Vegas and in Los Angeles, man, for the black entertainers. Hey, you all got the money, man. Make the power play. I mean, you can't just thugs and gangsters coming up. Make a power play, man. Upgrade the quality of our image as a people, so the whole world will want to come see us. Be intelligent, being creative, doing things proper instead of all this ratchetness. You see what I'm saying?
Well, the ratchetness is nothing
And then,
wrong. It's the promotion of it is
right. Yeah.
spend billions of dollars to keep us in the state that we're in.
Right. And the ratchetness is, Brother Che, has become normal now. And just like how you and I discussed, and I think you had showed the video on a previous Frontline episode, where the little boy was there, 6 to 7 years old, and his mama gets up there to twerking, and the white boy comes up on behind her, and the little man got upset with that. So that was sad. That was real sad.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? That was real sad. See.
Yeah, I think the caption on that was
and
when
then,
mom as a thought.
Yeah, exactly. That hole over there. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So, like I said, we got to change the imagery on this here, people. They already got our women out here looking like thoughts, and then they want black men incarcerated or going around effeminized. You see what I mean? So it's the target on the black male. So the black male is caught off in a triangle. Okay. They perpetuate not having a black family unit, number one. That insults the black male. That's your first line. Your crisscross. Now you want him to be effeminized. Your third line at the bottom of the triangle, massive incarceration, like by Sleepy Joe. You see what I'm saying? And then the dump, as in human shit. And we want to make that perfectly clear of what he did. Well, what was that there? The Central Park 5, where 5 black men, were allegedly accused, something similar to the Scottsboro boys. And then
one of them just got elected to city council in Harlem. Meant to do a story on that from like a month ago. No, because their election was in November, so like a month ago. I wanted to do a story on that.
All right. It's open mic. It's open mic.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it's open mic on Tuesday night at Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. So you could bring that up. You know what I'm saying? Saying is because we got so much stuff that's unfolding now since we at the end of the year and getting ready to go off into an election year. So a whole lot of shit is going to be happening, folks. So over there at at the division of Frontline Black News of Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. Well, we're going to have a few of the open mic discussions, to give the people the vent, bring up new things that's happening because everything is starting to move quicker and quicker with this artificial intelligence shit. And whatever what you do, ladies and gentlemen, do not try your damnedest, so that shit cannot get off into your cell phones, your laptops, and all that bullshit. You see what I'm saying? Because this is the only way that you're gonna slow this motherfucker down is not participate with it. And all that shit out there. Oh, just download the app. Download the app. Download the app. Fuck that. That's how he's getting you.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Downloading a fucking app, on some shit you don't need. Now, don't get me wrong. If it's something that you need or that you're using, you know what I'm saying, go by all means, but just be very, very careful on the security of it because the next goddamn thing you're going to have, man, is apps making apps.
Mm-hmm.
This is where this shit is getting
That's
scary.
One of those robots created their own language, their own program.
Yeah, right. You say, yeah, right there. Already. I say. And this is why,
I'm going to
and
move
this
us
is the
along
problem.
because
Yeah.
the topic at hand, which is Jonathan Majors. So I'm going to share my screen.
Okay.
Just update on this.
All right.
So,
well, hi everybody. Just because I'm still here, Jesse forgot about me. I'm here.
I didn't forget about you. I literally acknowledged you. You were on mute.
So I'm just gonna go back on mute. I just want to say I'm in the room. I'm present.
Okay, thank you for that, Lady J. Oh, I gotta fast forward.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Lisa Cabrera.
Well, she looks like an alcoholic to me.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like high some alcohol on big time. So let's get into it. I mean, the situation is not going to change for him at all. So John Majors made an appearance in court today, and the trial went on for a few days. And from what I understand, it was a jury of 6. So anyway, actor Jonathan Majors found guilty of assaulting his former girlfriend in a car in New York. So one thing, she took the stand, and I guess his lawyer advised him he did not take the stand. He did not take the stand, y'all. So Jonathan Majors was convicted Monday of assaulting his former girlfriend after a 2-week trial that the actor hoped would salvage his damaged reputation and restore his status as an emerging Hollywood star. So this jury in Manhattan found Majors, 34, guilty of assault and harassment. He was also acquitted of a different assault charge and of aggravated harassment. Majors, who he was asked to stand and face the jurors during the verdict as it was read. He showed no immediate reaction, looking slightly downward. So his sentencing, so we don't know what he's going to get. I just heard it could be up to a year behind bars. Now, they said his official sentencing will be on February 6, 2024. So that's damn near the beginning of the year. The charges stem from a dispute between the Creed 3 actor and his girlfriend, Grace Jabari, that began in the back seat of a chauffeured vehicle that spilled into the streets of Manhattan one night last March. If you remember, there was a text message that came up, and that's where she lost it in the car. Now, I find that very interesting because the driver of the car said that she was really the aggressor, but I guess they threw all of that out and disregarded what the driver said. Grace Jabari, 30, a British dancer, accused Majors of an attack inside of the vehicle that left her in excruciating pain. She said that he struck her in the head with his open hand and twisted her finger behind her back and squeezed her middle finger until it fractured. Major's lawyer said that she was the aggressor, alleging that she flew into a jealous rage after reading a text message on his phone by another woman. They said Jabari
Typical
had
Karen.
fantasy to take down the actor, who was only trying to regain his phone and get away safely. Well, from him running down the street, it looked like he definitely was trying to get away from her. The verdict dealt a major blow. Yeah, I'm sure it did. You know, first of all, the original arrest is what was damaging to his career, but now that he's been found guilty, and I think the career is done. So once slated as a lead in Marvel Universe as a supervillain, Kang the Conqueror. Now I heard they're recasting this role and also renaming the supervillain. So who knows what it's going to be called now that Jonathan Majors will be replaced. So it just talking about his schooling. He went to Yale School of Drama. And, you know, since all of this whole thing happened, we know he lost parts, he lost endorsements. It has done a lot of damage to his, well, what was once a career. So he arrived in the court this morning carrying a gold leaf Bible, offering hugs to his family members and current girlfriend, Megan Good, who was there with them, before taking a seat, expressionless for most of the testimony. You know, wow. But Majors sought vindication from the jury. The trial also brought forth new evidence about his double relationship with Jabari, whom he met on the set of Ant-Man, accusing Majors of cruel and manipulative pattern of abuse. Prosecutors shared text messages that showed the actor begging Jabari not to seek hospital treatment for an earlier head injury. One message warned it could lead to an investigation even if you do lie and they suspect something. They also played audio of Majors declaring himself a great man, and that's when he was telling her to be more like Michelle Obama or Coretta Scott King, you know, more supportive. Over 4 days of tearful testimony, Jabari said Majors was excessively controlling and prone to fits of explosive rage that left her afraid and physically quite, you know, she was afraid a lot. That's all she was saying. She broke down on the witness stand, and see, there you go, right there. There you go. That's how she won over the jury. She broke down on the witness stand as the jury watched security footage from the aftermath of the backseat confrontation, which prosecutors said showed Majors manhandling her and shoving her back in the car as if she was a doll. Majors did not take the stand, but Chandri, that's his lawyer, said her client was the victim of white lies, big lies, and pretty little lies invented by Jabari to exact revenge on an unfaithful partner. So Major's attorney saying she did all of this to get back at him for having another woman. And we know he's with Megan Good. So, and you really think about it, he split with Grace back in March. And then he hooked up with Megan probably like weeks after that. Mm-hmm. So anyway, the attorney cited security footage taken immediately after the shove that showed Majors sprinting away from his girlfriend as she chased him through the night. Jabari then followed a group of strangers that she met on the street to a nightclub where she ordered drinks for the group and did not appear to be favoring her injured hand. Now, she bought drinks with his credit card. That's what she was doing at the bar. She wasn't using her money. She was using his money to buy drinks for herself and these strangers that she met. He was at the party.
Hate to see Mr. Majors go out like that. Atypical Hollywood.
The man she was angry with, treating the strangers to fancy champagne that she bought with Jonathan Major's credit card. This is according to Chandri, Major's attorney. The next morning, after finding Jabari unconscious in the closet of their Manhattan penthouse, Majors called the police. He was arrested at the scene while Jabari was transported to a hospital to receive treatment for the injuries to her ear and hand. He called 911 out of concern for her in his fear of what happens when a Black man in America came true. Well, I wish you would have thought like that when you were, before you start dating her. Right. But I guess hindsight is 2020. Chandri accused the police and prosecutors of failing to take seriously Major's allegation that he was bloodied and scratched during the dispute. And he was, because I showed the pictures on another video. Yeah. In her closing arguments, prosecutor Kelly Galloway said Major was following a well-worn playbook used by abusers to reverse the narrative by casting their victims as attackers. This is not a vengeance plot to ruin the defendant's life or career, Galloway said. You were asked why you were here, because domestic violence is serious. So that's what the prosecutor said. And he was found guilty, y'all. He's found guilty. And it makes me see how, even with a witness statement from the driver, it didn't seem to matter. It did not help him one bit, apparently. But let it be a lesson learned. Apparently, he must have learned his lesson. He's with Megan Good now. And we'll see what kind of sentence. I will definitely keep following this. In February, I'm going to have to mark down February 6th to see what kind of sentence he will get. It can be anything at this point. Yeah, well, yeah, he put too much trust in. He let this woman move in with him and everything, and look at how it turned out.
Yeah, the Karen disease, Karenitis.
And if you go statistic-wise, it tells you the white woman-man relationship have a high divorce.
To the topic.
It does. It has a very high divorce rate.
I know, but this part is just her chopping it up, right? With her chat room.
I just think that
so is there more
just ultimately will collide. No matter how much you try to avoid race as a topic, I think eventually it just collides.
Like a minute left.
Yeah, so yeah, poor Jonathan Majors on that, but he did that bullshit to himself, man. And then he's gonna let this broad have his credit card.
Yeah,
and she's going out there in the general public, for all practical purposes, using his credit card, giving total strangers, high priced booze. So that proves to intent.
I don't know what's going to happen to him, but I'm sure this is weighing heavy on him. I know this is probably not the outcome he was looking for. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's not completely ruined, but he's ruined in the sense of being an actor, Yes, in that sense. But I mean, eventually he can find other work. It just won't be acting.
You're right.
Not unless there's somebody out there by chance that will give him another chance. That's a long shot right there. That's a long shot.
That's literally.
I don't know. We shall see. It's not the same for a black man when he's charged in a white man.
Right.
A lot of people bring up Ezra Miller. He's a white dude at the end of the day, so he can make 101 mistakes and still get acting gigs. That's how it is. Yep. This is America, and this is how America is ran.
That's it right there. Yeah, I'm gonna end it there. All right. Shabaka, so what are your thoughts on Jonathan Majors being found guilty? And harassment today.
Yeah, as I stated before, Brother Che put more emphasis on it now. Once again, this is the Karen syndrome. They want to bring down a prominent black actor. You got some notoriety, with the Creed series with Michael B. Jordan. So then here comes this damn Karen. You know what I'm saying? Acting like she's running shit. Probably pissed him off. He probably asked her to leave or took his interest elsewhere. Here she come. Oh, well, he did this here to me. You see what I mean? And then got the brother caught up. Got the brother caught up. And then a no good raggedy ass heifer is going to take the man's credit card and give strangers drinks on him. You see how Hollywood set you up with this bullshit. Okay, now they had a terrible one of his contracts. Okay, so he's gonna lose money on that. Plus, he's got to go back to court. So they're gonna smear him in the news as best they could there in New York, which is only gonna be. It used to be a few days from New York to Hollywood. Now it's just a click of the internet. You see, so they're going to smear him on that. Then they're going to come up there and do that TMZ bullshit, just like you told me, Brother Che. When I was out there and I passed TMZ and you said the motherfuckers is the feds, avoid them, which I did. You see what I mean? So, they're going to smear him like that. You see? And Jonathan Majors, he's not a bad actor. You know what I'm saying? I like some of his work. You know what I mean? Brother had a career going on. Then also too, they're using Mr. Majors to set an example out of him. Hey, well, this is what's going to happen to all the rest of you Tobies out here.
Yep.
Let's see.
He's a proxy for all black people, specifically black men.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Now that's just what I'm getting at there, Brother Che. So they're going to use him as an example to other black men who decide if they're going to do certain things against their norm. But this is a case of the Karen. Okay. This was the case of the Karen. You see what I mean? and you can have another case of the Karens. You see? So brothers, go, leave them broads alone, man. Go build up the Black family unit. You know what I'm saying? Reinvest that money back into within yourself, the Black community. Hell, drop a couple of million on this platform right here so we can expand it.
Right.
And tell the truth as we see it, you see? Because if we had a fucking operating budget around that amount, man, we would have posts in Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Denver, Colorado, Chicago, Illinois, and New York City.
Facts.
And Baltimore and Maryland. You see? Because this is news for us and by us. You see? We don't have prepackaged bullshit, in this curriculum.
Right.
You see? And the dump, as in human shit, and we want to make that perfectly clear, by the way. They ain't over here running nothing. His supporters ain't over here running shit. Okay? They, shadow ban us. They give us all this bullshit. Oh, no, you guys got the wrong viewpoint. Then we get Joe Gibson's, Piankis, you know what I'm saying? Individuals like that. Well, the Irish were slaves too, man. We don't give a fuck about that. We deal with the Black experience. You see, we deal with our people.
From the beginning of time until 10 minutes ago.
To 10 minutes ago, yes, sir. And you're not going to deviate us off our fucking plan like what happened to Mr. Majors right there with that Karen.
Right.
You see? He got deviated off of his plan. Old Karen set him up. Probably industry hoe to bring him down. See? And Hollywood, I'm talking about you. Yeah, Hollywood, I'm talking about you. I'm a little familiar with Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we did. And that's why we did the live feed up there about a year and a half ago, summer of 2022, right there at your front door. And we told you about your stinking ass selves right there on the corner of Hollywood Boulevard and Vine Street. Yeah, right there where you give out them punk ass Academy Awards at. Yeah, we're in front of the same location where Will Smith smacked the shit out of Chris Rock. Yeah.
Right.
Walked up there to TMZ, introduced ourselves, but we got an intelligence report, to stay away from TMZ. So that's what we did. We kept it moving. We went up there, and we showed you the stars. Yeah, I'm glad Queen Latifah got her star. You know what I'm saying? I think Michael B. Long has a star up there. You know what I'm saying? And then we went over there to Vine Street to look for the greatest heavyweight champion of all time, his star that was on the side of the wall on the corner of Sunset and Vine, and it's gone. So, so we're trying to investigate that. Is because when the heavyweight champion was alive and they were going to present him his star, they wanted to say, well, champ, we present your star on Sunset and Vine. And he says, no, I'll put my star on the side of a wall because I don't want people walking all over my name.
Right.
Right. And they damn sure put it up there, too. And then when he transitioned, man, you had so many roses around at his star, man. It clotted out the whole little walkway area where it was.
Yeah, I believe it.
They showed pictures of it, and you could probably Google the pictures, Brother Paris, from 2016 when they did that. You see, that the greatest of all time. See, and in his heyday, he made it a point was that he ain't gonna sit up there and do degrading movies, to his people. You see. And I think he did one movie on a TV series called Freedom Road, I recall. And quite naturally, of course, he portrayed himself in his movie about his life story called The Greatest. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then not to mention... Okay.
What are your thoughts on Jonathan Majors being found guilty on 2 of the 4 charges of assault and harassment?
I think that that's a clear. I mean, I didn't really hear all the news today, but I saw some of the headlines, and what I think is that first of all, it's been known through history to leave them broads alone. Not fuck with them broads. And broads are notorious for ruining lives,
Right.
or financial situations, households,
running whole towns down.
they're just culpable of all sorts of shit, and then they get to whining and crunching up their face and no tears, and he did this and he did that, and just like that your ass is under the jail. You know what I mean? So not even guilty of that. I mean, that's what happens when we as a people want to be kind and caring and even concerned about a motherfucker's well-being, and this is how they get paid back. No good deed goes unpunished.
Right. He was set up.
Yeah, no good
he was set up.
The other thing is too, like, the audacity of this bitch, and even continuing and carrying on, knowing damn well that she need to hold herself with some fucking little bit of integrity. Like, she know what she did. If you didn't snatch nobody's phone out their hand, or you weren't so fucking insecure and snatch a motherfucker phone out their hand in an aggressive manner, I mean, what else is anybody supposed to do when in a tight, confined space, and they clearly know that you have problems, and then you snatch something out their hand and or whatever, you grab it in a physical way, acting kind of aggressively. What is a person supposed to do? They're gonna try to restrain you. Of course, I think the shit with the video in the car. Yeah, she was a wild ass. She need to be restrained. Like,
right.
Back in the car. He ran, but he wasn't really running. I mean, come on, y'all. That's a brother. He was like sprinting. It wasn't even a full run. He was like sprinting, like John. He got long legs.
Right.
He didn't even put in no real effort into that run, right? She was running.
Yeah.
That bitch was running behind him. He was sprinting. That is a brother. Come on now. He just wanted to like get away, and it had to be to that point where he had to like sprint off. You know what I mean? And then he left her alone. He walked away from her, and she continued to carry on. Then she get up in his apartment, get naked or whatever, drunk, throw up in the closet, whatever she did, and he still tried to help this bride. And this is how she repay him with the fucking slander and whatnot. And there has never been a rip to be recording yourself chopping it up with the person you're fucking.
Right.
That's like, why would you do that? Only white people do that shit. Like,
yeah, well, that's why we're calling it the Karen syndrome. You see, that's that Karen syndrome.
Yeah, but you're in the house,
Mr. Majors.
But you're in the house together, like you a whole relationship. Like, what would cause you to record a whole conversation? Yeah, as a black man, he should fucking want to feel like he doing something for the culture of his people, how his people look at him. And we're looking at you like, man, you know what I mean? But however, he should feel like that. He worked hard. So for everybody to shit on him all at once,
right?
Like, as much as a motherfucker grew up loving Marvel and DC, there's gonna be a lot of us that just fucking turn our back on you. You gonna start losing money, like this shit ain't gonna be fucking hitting right. Not because you did that. What the fuck does his career? Why does his career and everything gotta be fucking suffering because he's some weirdo? And you can't look at this broad. This broad didn't even have a career. She's not like that.
Yeah.
She's not like
but that's what they do to you. But Lady Che, that's what they do. That's what they call them, power plays on you like that. Okay, so therefore he's got this.
Who's gonna touch that bitch with a movie career? If she get a
nobody.
really, who really
nobody.
gonna touch this bitch because she did something really fucking bad. So anybody who's like gets in a movie with her and she has decided to get some feelings, they don't just have to think back about Jonathan Majors. If she can do that to
Yeah, right.
him, what is she capable of doing to you? You know what I
Right.
mean?
Exactly. And you see it cost him his contract, and you see it cost him a contract. He
Contract
facing
a
time in
lot of money.
jail. Yeah,
It
yeah,
costs him a
yeah,
lot of money.
exactly. And then of
Lots of
course
the
the
army.
chain, yeah, and then the chain reaction of other endorsements that he's gonna lose behind this raggedy ass
Oh,
skank.
white
You
people.
see what I'm saying?
Go to black companies, Jonathan. You know, they see the innocence of it. These bitches will make you slap the fuck out of them. You know what I mean? He's lucky that that's
Yeah, I think he.
restrained
Uh,
and he sprinted off from her.
You know what? You know what? It just came to me. I think Tyler Perry might offer him a job.
well, yeah, and he might have
There's
enough
other black
residual money
companies too.
to sustain him to coming up. And Tyler Perry, now Mr. Perry, as you know, they rejected of selling him that share of Paramount that he was trying to get. And we knew these dirty bastards was going to do that because Paramount is one of the granddaddies of the filmmaking, one of the filmmakers there in the industry of Hollywood. Because your first three major granddaddies of it is Paramount Pictures, Warner Brothers, and Universal.
Also,
They say they've been out there. Yeah,
they
they've
should
been
give
out
him a lot
there
of time.
since 1910, 1912. They are the granddaddy of those movie studios out there.
I
They
always say
say
this.
Lionsgate,
Why not?
Hold on,
You know, this is a
let me
big
take this.
punishment. Like, this should be punishment for him. Like, he's already took $1 million hits after hits because of
yeah,
this one fucking incident with this fucking
yeah,
gun.
yeah,
And everybody knows
yeah.
that
He did.
he's innocent. So you using fucking what is considered privileged, privileged conversation between a man and a woman in their house and a video somebody took on the street. You know what I mean? Of him fucking trying to get away. Cameras everywhere. So you using that as a fucking as a defense without any of that. This bitch wouldn't have it.
Right,
She wouldn't have had it.
right,
So this is a clear fucking a clear view of like, nah, we noticed him. Fuck him. We gonna fuck his whole world up. Why though? You know, God don't like ugly. This will come back
right.
bad for these people that just said no to him, talk shit about him on her word. She ain't nobody.
Right.
Right, exactly.
She ain't nobody. Why is her word?
Probably industry whore.
No, she's
Yeah,
just
she's
a white lady. A
yeah,
fucking old
yeah.
fucking raunchy ass motherfucking heroin looking ass fucking Q-tip of a white lady. Okay, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all she is. She's a grimy fucking greasy hair looking ass fucking white lady. Like this is the fuck
Right.
shit. Fucked up. And I don't really hate on him about these comments about how, you know, whatever sisters he's talking about, you know, she should be like, you know, maybe that's a sign of saying, hey, look, I'm telling you, like, this is what I should have. Instead, I'm over here fucking with you, you old garbage trash bag looking at bitch. Like, stop it. I'm a good motherfucker. I do this. I'm building something for my family, for my culture, for my people. Like the emphasis on the call, my people. Like he's not doing it for the white people, he's doing it for us. So now we gotta watch this. We gotta watch this shit and take like another black man down in our community has left.
Well, he'll be down about a year.
This is some shit.
Yeah, he'll be down about a year, Brother Che, and hopefully, as you said, Lady Che, and hopefully, as you said, that Tyler Perry will come back him up. You know what I mean? But just to show you how is it what now?
There's other black people that make movies, and you know, there's other black directors and shit. There's other people. I think that motherfuckers just gotta stand on some shit. Everybody's always talking about this shit, unity. But when it comes to motherfuckers like him, who doesn't do shabby work, when it comes to a man like that, like like we really gotta actually act on what we're saying. We gotta stand like we stand with Bill Cosby, like we stand with fucking Dave Chappelle, like we stand with fucking you know, whatever, you know, whoever. If we believe in them, why we always gotta walk away from them too? Just because they did it?
Right.
No,
Yeah.
man. Like,
You
there
see.
is no fucking loyalty. This shit's fucked up.
No, it's because our value system, Lady Che, on a collective basis as a people is all fucked up. Okay, and to prove the point, okay, just like when you had that Amos and Andy, Rochester, Uncle Yasa Boss and shit, just like when you had them black exploitation films of that shit, that which was pure garbage.
Did you know that Carter G. Wilson had passed away today? Not today, but years back on this day.
No, I didn't know that. Yeah, so this is the anniversary of his transition. Carter G. Woodson, the creator of Black History Month, Negro History Week, who wrote Miseducation of the Negro. Oh yeah. Yeah. Sad day. See, and we need to remember the days of individuals such as Carter G. Woodson, of their arrival date and their departure date, you see. And to get away from all this ratchet ass shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then
Shabaka, we need to wrap this topic up. So to conclude, Lady Che, were you done, or did you have more to say?
Man, no. I'll just rant later about it some other time. No, I gotta catch up anyway. That's all I gotta say. I feel sad in my heart, but mostly disappointed that motherfuckers gotta do so dirty. I really don't think he should serve any time in prison because I think this is punishment. He is like
right.
Be embarrassing.
He won't be
right, and
going to jail at the very most. That's bullshit.
Yeah,
going to jail at all.
Right.
Right, and the worst he should have got was 6 months probation. You see what I mean? So which means he'll be stuck there in New York City for that time there while he's on probation, as he got to report to the PO and shit like that. But he's probably gonna have to let him know everywhere he's going. Then what he needs to do is go straight down Interstate 95 to Atlanta and get with Tyler Perry, because Atlanta's closer to him than LA is.
Yeah.
See, so he can get his weight back up. All right, and then make decent quality films, man. And later for them ratchet ass, no good, stinking ass, skank ass hoes. You see what I'm saying? That brought Bill Cosby down. That's fucking with Jonathan Majors. That fucked O.J. Simpson around. You see what I'm saying? And countless other black entertainers like Sam Cooke, you see, who was shot and killed in a motel on South Figueroa in 1964, was set up, by OTB. And the way I heard it is that Sam Cooke was on the verge of pioneering of black people owning their own material for the record industry.
Twin is in the building.
Peace, Swin.
All right. Yeah, greetings to him. So, look what they did with Sam Cooke. You see what I'm saying? And look what they did with Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby, the Cosby Show.
Old white bitch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see, so what they do is they seek that she-devil on you. You know what I'm saying? O.J. Simpson case, Bill Cosby case, Jonathan Majors, you got to add to it. Sam Cooke, that you got to add to it. You see what I'm saying? And then that punk ass Eric Adams, who got hit with the Me Too shit up there in New York, fuck him. You see what I'm saying? And looking at cases that would happen to Mr. Majors, man, out there in Los Angeles and what have you, man, goes to prove. I mean, just like our sister out of Detroit had asked us one time in private conversation, what be with these niggas?
Right.
What the fuck be with them on this bullshit? I'm telling you.
Stupid,
man, I'm all this, that, there, the other up here in Hollywood, man. And, I'm in Bel Air and all that old shit, man. And got my condoms in New York and got my hoes over here. And they see your stupid black ass, man, and just waiting for the opportunity to strike to sink your ass like they did right there. Like they did right there with Mr. Majors.
Yep, they set him up.
You know what I'm saying?
Watch him fall.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Once they
You
had
see
them
what
on
I'm
that
saying?
cover, it was a wrap. No, it was all
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. And then not to mention that there, brother Che, had the brother up there on the ebony cover magazine, sitting there with pink shit on. You know what I'm saying? Looking me
Valentine's Day,
totally
whatever. It was not meant for ladies,
effeminized.
that's for sure. Ladies are like, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it was. It was the March
totally like
2023 cover of Ebony magazine. And
we
keep
don't
in
like
mind,
pretty wicked
Ebony
sassy
magazine is no longer
socks
black
looking
owned. Okay, so we want that known out there as well too.
Mm-hmm. Just like BET, no
Yeah,
more black owned. But moving along
yeah,
to the next
yes, sir.
topic. So we got this Israeli-Palestinian on, and
Oh boy. Okay, touchy subject. Very, very touchy subject.
anytime you say anything about the short hats, small hats, they automatically label you anti-Semitic. So
naturally.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
head,
It's a power play on their part.
even though they're not even
Yeah,
Semitic. So
it's a
on
power play on their
that,
part.
check out General Seti. General Seti gives a whole rundown on who the real Hebrews
Mm-hmm.
are and who the real Semitic people are.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole nother topic
Yeah.
for a whole nother day. But
Right.
this sister, I think she's a tether. I'm not 100% sure, but she's the head of Harvard.
University.
Yeah, and there are
Oh
trying
yeah.
to say that what she said at a press conference or something was anti-Semitic. She's the Harvard president, and she supervises. She's Harvard's Z list, and it's school president, and she's under fire for anti-Semitism accusations. So we're gonna let the good
Okay.
professor give us the rundown on that. Shout out to Professor
All
Black.
right. What's up with the professor?
So the professor's gonna give us a rundown on this, on these
Okay.
accusations against the president of Harvard University.
All right.
I'm just gonna step away and go to the restroom real fast. I'll be right back.
Okay, Lady Shay.
I'm going on mute. Just like I'll be right back.
Okay.
Family and fellow soldiers, I'm the professor, and this is the moment of truth. This morning's briefing is going to be in part about the president of Harvard, who happens to be a Black woman, and about the hysteria and the outrage over so-called anti-Semitism on these Ivy League campuses. Claims that have not actually been proven, but there's lots of invective. But before we get to that, I want to give credit to our brother Tarian Rain. He's one of our long-time new voices of Black media folks. He's been out here for a minute. He made a video talking about Harvard's Z-list, and I thought that that was actually very appropriate, and it dovetails nicely with the subject that I was going to tackle, so we'll kill two birds with one stone. When you look at Harvard, they have the Z-list, which is basically, in short, a list of students who are allowed in because their parents or some sort of close relative or what have you gave huge amounts of money to Harvard, so because of that, they bought their way into the school. This is very important because we have a whole bunch of these white right-wingers out here trying to make a crusade out of saying that, oh, it's Black students who are getting into these schools and they're not qualified. Now, of course, neither Ed Blum nor the rest of his gaggle of idiots can actually show any Black students who aren't qualified to get into these schools. They never give anybody any examples. It's all just innuendo and lies. All they do is present some white, or in the case of Ed Blum's nuisance suit about affirmative action, some Asian students who claim that they were denied admission, some vague banter about they didn't get into the school they wanted, and then they make some indistinct, unfounded insinuations that Black students are to blame. And nobody ever stops to demand that they show exactly who these undeserving Black students are. Nobody ever demands proof, and that's the point. Now, if Ed Blum truly wanted to go after people who don't deserve to be in these schools, then he'd be going after these Z-list individuals, but he's not, and that's because he represents the people who paid the money to get on the Z-list. That's who he actually represents. people who had to buy their way into Harvard because the black students earned their way in. Now, how many are white students on that Z list? How many are Asian students buying their way into Harvard? This is why the Ed Blums and his kind are constantly trying to manufacture hysteria against black students. It's to cover for himself and the real undeserving people who these elite schools are being paid to let in. And what he's doing isn't helping these schools at all. The endowments for these Ivy League schools are greater now than they've ever been. This after 50 plus years of affirmative action. Things are better than they've ever been for these schools. They're more prestigious now than they've ever been. Business for these universities has never been better. And that's the real problem Ed Blum has. The white supremacists are ultra hypersensitive to anything that even remotely looks like a threat to their power. And when they see a world that is showing it will go on without these white supremacists, that makes them lose their minds. It was the prosperity of the Black Wall Streets that touched off a several years long spree of white mobs going on racial rampages. Yep. The Black Wall Street showed them something that terrified them.
Right.
You weren't in charge. A world that didn't need the white supremacists.
Yeah.
Always be able to brag that Barack Obama got his law degree from their school and that he was the first non-white editor of the Harvard Law Review. Like him or not, and you know how I feel about Barack the backstabber, his presidency is still a historical precedent, and as a result, where he went to university will always be something of a novelty. Barack Obama didn't need affirmative action, though Clarence Thomas did. Clarence Thomas admitted that affirmative action was what made the difference between the first 17 years of his life and the second 17 years of it. So it's all just lies. It's all just phony political theater by individuals who will say any lie they have to just to try to get their way. Not one of these universities that Ed Blum pretends to be sticking up for made any sort of complaints. They weren't the ones who filed these nuisance suits. It wasn't Harvard or Yale or Columbia or any of the other Ivy League schools or any universities at all that said, we don't want to have any sort of admission standards. They didn't do that. Ed Blum decided he was going to volunteer himself to do that. And why? It's because the one thing white supremacy was created to do was to ensure that there would never be a level playing field. Mm-hmm. Black people don't need racial privilege to succeed, but the Ed Blums do. Without white privilege and the system of goodies, giveaways, and guarantees that it hands to those classified as white, Ed Blum wouldn't have anything. This clown couldn't win a lawsuit until the Federalist Society finally got a critical mass of its right-wing flunkies on the bench. This idiot spent 30 years on his anti-black crusade, making no progress. Now, the question is, why didn't he spend the last 30 years just going to the legislature and getting legislation instead? It was because, as another Federalist Society bigot, Antonin Scalia, said in his ruling on Shelby v. Holder, the legislatures will never repeal these measures because the voters wouldn't like it and the politicians are scared they'd get voted out of office. So this is not a war against black people. This is a war against democracy itself. The Ed Blums and his type, they have to go to the courts because the legislatures are a non-starter. Harvard has a Z list, but do you seriously think that they're the only ones? Of course not. W is an illiterate caveman, and yet somehow he got into Yale. Now, does anyone doubt that he's a white privilege admission case? And speaking of white privilege admission, Ron DeSantis, Florida's favorite fool, was also a Yale graduate. That moron can barely spell law, much less practice it. How the hell did he get a law degree from Yale? Right. That tells you everything you need to know about not only how he got in, but also how he got his degree. Or do you believe that people who were to get themselves into these schools based on grades somehow became Ivy League caliber students while they were there? No. Money is what got them in, and money is what purchased their degrees for them. They didn't have to worry about the same way they try to claim that these black college athletes, they don't have to worry about grades as long as they perform well on the college basketball or football team. That's what makes the grade for them. They'll always be able to pass their classes as long as they perform on the courts. Yeah, well, this is what happens with the white privilege admissions. The Ron DeSantises and the W's and the rest of these pampered privileged punks, they already know that they don't have to make the grade in order to get in these schools or stay in. It's already been arranged for them well in advance. You see, the whole talk about diversity admissions is a lie, and the people saying it know it. You can't get into these schools unless your grades are tip-top. All affirmative action did was merely to request that the schools make an honest attempt to consider non-white students. That's it. On the other hand, white privilege admissions are quite real, and a disproportionate number of the students on these campuses are there because of it. They don't go to these schools to learn. You can see they're mumbling morons out here in the real world. They go to these schools to network, to meet the people who they're going to be getting a leg up from after they graduate. This is where they make their connections and their buddies and their little insider circles. That's why these rich white celebrities talk about how they can't wait to go to college and party full time. Remember that scandal? They treat these schools as social clubs because for them, that's what they truly are. Their status and their future prospects in life aren't based on hard work because white supremacy is about guaranteeing outcomes that are handed to people based on color, not effort. They want to be handed the same results that Black students and Black people in general have to earn through hard work. And the white supremacists aren't alone. I and others in the Black media told you about how rich or otherwise connected Asian students have also been doing the same thing. So when you see people like Dinesh D'Souza and Vivek Ramaswamy and Mindy Kaling's brother who lied about being denied admission to a school on account of being Asian, but then admitted that he claimed to be Black, you see the same practice. DeSantis's campaign is going flames because he's so smart. The only reason that he's governor of Florida is white privilege. The only reason Fox News gave him so much free air, which amounts to free campaign ads, is because of white privilege. I'm convinced that this walking birth defect is in fact a malicious alien from another planet, clearly one that has no intelligence. Now, as mentioned earlier, while we're on the subject of Harvard, Harvard has a Black woman as its president now. She was installed back in July. And she was on Capitol Hill because Republicans wanted to manufacture some sound bites for Fox News so that they can do some fundraising off of it. This is what they always do. They'll call for some panel. They'll tell some folks, you need to come in and testify before Congress. When they do, they sit there and scream and yell, admit the truth. You're a commie, aren't you? And then they go on Fox News and say, to the libs. Now give me some money. Now, the white media...
he's right.
The president of the University of Pennsylvania and the president of Harvard, Claudine Gay, who were testifying before Congress regarding the claims that there's anti-Semitic violence on these college campuses. Now, the first thing that needs to be noted, there hasn't been any violence at all. Nobody has been beaten up. Nobody's been struck. Hell, nobody's even had the finger pointed in their faces. Instead, what they're talking about is they said somebody said from the river to the sea, and apparently somebody looked and said, that's calling for genocide. Now, interestingly, when you had Nazis, real ones, who were on a college campus, and they were screaming, Jews will not replace us, where was all of this concern then? Where was all of this attention and committee hearings then? There weren't any. Now, Elise Stefanik from New York, she was the congresswoman who currently asked a question about yes or no, tell me if calling for genocide is against Harvard's role, conduct, or what have you. And the part that apparently was seen as being worthy of headlines was that these two women who are the presidents of these respective universities, they gave...
No, I'm right here.
The answers that they gave was, well, it depends
on I'm in the bed.
On what's being said. They essentially gave a Bill Clinton answer. It depends on what is. Why would they give a hedging answer like that? Because the Republicans have been attacking these universities full time for decades now. For generations, they've been doing it. They knew that Elise Stefanik and the rest of that Republican-controlled House of Representatives didn't call these two college presidents to Capitol Hill for a good faith discussion of the ideas and the issues. They were called there so that they could be yelled at and screamed at, so that Elise Stefanik could go on Fox News and say, see, I'm taking it to the libs. They knew that that's what it was about. So what happened was, you had, especially with the case of the University of Pennsylvania president, she was trying to play a game of verbal chess, and she lost. She made the wrong move. Now, in the case of Claudine Gay, she was a lot more diplomatic about it, but still, there were people who were trying to get a yes or no answer to something that actually is almost never yes or no, especially when you don't provide any examples of what the alleged calls for genocide are. It's all political theater. It was obvious from the start, and that was the reason why they gave the responses that they gave. And the white media looked at it and said, okay, we think we have something we can run with here. At the very least, we got some grist for the mill for this day's news cycle. Now, I consider it doubly perverse that Elise Stefanik was the one talking about whether killing people on campus was against Harvard's rules, because Elise Stefanik did more than defend violence. She actually gave her approbation to the violence of January 6th when she voted against certifying Biden as the winner, even after the Capitol insurrection. And she also repeated the claims that there were voting irregularities, judges handing down illegal rulings in regards to Trump's lawsuits, and that state officials were being corrupt. She defended all of the false bases for the insurrection. And here she is talking about defending anti-Semitic violence on campus. I think the real reason Stefanik is so furious at the president of Harvard was because last year, Harvard's Institute on Politics removed Congresswoman Stefanik from her so-called advisory role. And what advice was this empty-headed goofball giving to Harvard? I don't know. About the only thing she's qualified to give advice on is what combo meal to buy at McDonald's. But for idiots like her, she needs to be validated. This is part of the social proof that is supposed to show how important she is. At least Stefanik actually went to Harvard, if you can believe that, which is yet another example of a white privilege admission. Just goes to show they're not letting these people in based on grades. They're doing it based on connections and whether or not their folks can pony up the money to make Harvard look the other way. Stefanik was furious about the fact that she got kicked off of Harvard's Institute of Politics last year. I mean, her own alma mater was expelling her. She's a Harvard alumni and worse, a member of Congress. To her, this was a grand humiliation. How could Harvard have rejected her white privilege? She's a member of Congress. Shouldn't they have felt honored to say that she was on some anonymous, unimportant, do-nothing institute of theirs? Please. Harvard is where most of America's presidents come from. She's not special to them, but she's butthurt about it as she admitted her spleen on TV. Just goes to show these creeps may grow older, but they never grow up. This is not to say, though, that the president of Harvard is necessarily on our side. She's not. She's on her own side, just like the rest of the Black misleadership class. Though that's not to say that she's by the very people who she's depending on for her livelihood. She's surrounded by a whole bunch of wolves who have been licking their chops. Bill Ackman is a billionaire and a former Harvard student. He's also a huge donor to Harvard University, as well as to the Democratic Party. This Ackman character has been attacking Claudine Gay since before she was president of Harvard. In fact, he's been making sure to tell anyone who would listen that the only reason that Claudine Gay is even the president of Harvard is because of her race and her gender. This is what this guy's been doing. And he hasn't been doing this just for a few days. He's been doing this for months on end. This man is a big donor to the Democratic Party. Just goes to show this pampered racist has no problem supporting Democrats, and you got to wonder why that is. Perhaps because he knows that the Democrats hate Black people as much as he does, and that their job is to be controlling opposition, working for big money puppeteers like himself. His nonstop attacks on Claudine Gay are just like Ed Blum's nuisance suits. It's classic white privilege projection. Ackman is excruciatingly aware that he owes every crumb of his daily bread to his race and gender. So as he sees it, everyone else must be doing the same thing. And he thinks that because he's given millions of dollars to Harvard University, that if he snaps his fingers or if he says, I don't like something, apparently the entire world is supposed to stop spinning on its axis just because he got his nose bent out of joint about something. And when Harvard in general and Claudine Gay in specific didn't bow down to his absurdly nihilistic demands, this guy has been throwing a huge temper tantrum ever since. Claudine Gay has been his target of choice. He's been leading the charge to scandalize her by claiming that she committed plagiarism in the hopes that this, combined with his ginned-up hysteria about anti-Semitism on campus, would be enough to pressure Harvard's board to fire her. Harvard's board, however, said they want her to keep her job. You see, Ackman is worth about $3 billion, but Harvard as an institution is worth $51 billion. Sure, they appreciate the millions of dollars that he's given them, but it's a drop in a very large bucket compared to what their overall endowment is. They're not going to go out of business. His own prestige, however, is linked to the institutions that he's connected to, and they don't come more prestigious than Harvard. Ackman needs them more than they need him, and that's why he's so mad. Ackman has 1 million followers, or rather suck-ups, on Twitter, and among his fans is Christopher Rufo, who boasted that the phony outrage that we're seeing about alleged anti-Semitism on college campuses wouldn't have been possible without billionaires like this Ackman character who have the money to make something out of nothing. See, the reason you had school boards where people showed up screaming and yelling in front of the cameras was because rich right-wingers paid crisis actors to go to these school boards and to do that. People who in many cases didn't even have children in those schools. People who in many cases didn't even live in those school districts. They were just this satanic carnival going from town to town, screaming and yelling at various school boards. And we're seeing the same thing now on these college campuses. It's all political theater by wealthy conservatives who failed to earn their way into positions of leadership. and whose money has failed to give them leadership positions at these schools. So instead, they're using their money to attack those who did earn those spots. See, it's only a tiny handful of individuals who are behind all of this performative extremism that we've been subjected to for the last several years, but they have hundreds of millions, or in the case of Ackman, billions of dollars at their disposal. So they can very easily pay people to go out day after day and pretend to demonstrate or protest for whatever these donors want. And when the white media mindlessly reports on this and refuses to tell the public, hey, these people you're seeing in front of your cameras screaming and yelling at school boards and other places, you do know that they're being paid to do this, right? When the white media refuses to tell the truth, this gives the public the false impression that there's some sort of grassroots support for these stunts, when in reality, it's all paid for by the same handful of wealthy white ideologues. Only a few individuals leveraging billions of dollars. Another of these right-wing sock puppet groups has given itself the cynical and fraudulent name Accuracy in Media. I have to wonder what right-wing think tank dreamt of that name. They had some trucks with signs on them rolling around Harvard's campus saying Claudine Gay is the best friend Hamas ever had, and that she's refusing to protect Jewish students, etc. They were doing this on that college campus, and yet nobody was calling that hate speech. Nobody was saying that they need to be shut down or run out. Right. These guys were doing this for days on end, and they even went to her home, by the way. And what was Ackman's response to that? He claimed that, well, I don't approve of them going to her home, but he also applauded these doxing trucks, and he said that this defamation campaign would teach Claudine Gay some empathy. This is a racist throwing a temper tantrum. He actually has the nerve to wonder why she doesn't return his phone calls. He's like a psycho boyfriend who demands that his girlfriend pick up the phone whenever he calls, and that he has a right to monopolize her time and control her life. He makes racist remarks about how she came to be Harvard's president, and then he can't understand why she doesn't want to talk to him. This is how thick a bubble this guy lives in. Having lots of money is not a sign of intelligence, any more than being really tall is a sign of virtue. The things don't have anything to do with one another. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not necessarily qualified to give a medical diagnosis, but that's okay because this Ackman fellow, he's not exactly an academic either, but he feels free to give his opinion on things. I think this guy needs to be in therapy. From where I sit, his obsession with destroying Claudine Gay shows that this man is not mentally stable. He sees her as a proxy for the Black community in general. When he's making his racist remarks about her, when he's trying to say she's not qualified to be here or to otherwise scandalize her, he feels like he's doing it against all Black people. This is the culture of America's highest educational institution. Its alumni are not the best and brightest. They're the most entitled and the most whiny. It's like a kindergarten with no adult supervision. For places that claim to be all about high test scores, they are the epitome of it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yep, I said that to be
good day and be one. I'd like to take a moment to mention some of our contributors: Charlie, Sakina Collins, G. Mars, Dominic Harris, and Terry White. Salute to them and thank you to everyone for listening, liking, and sharing this message. Black empowerment only exists because of you.
Thank you, Professor Black Truth. Shabaka, are you still with us? Okay. What are your thoughts on what the good professor just laid out?
Oh, everything that he said is absolute truth, man. Actually, man, I like to sit in class with the professor and take some notes, man. I'm dead serious. You know what I mean? I would like to take a course from the professor, man, because he sees through all this prepackaged bullshit, you know, that these clowns is coming with, man. He intercepts their power shots, man, with his counter rights on it and what have you. You see, they wanted to keep us as a community, and not only here in the U.S., but throughout the whole diaspora. They want to keep us divided. They want to keep us ignorant, and they mainly want us to keep us ignorant of ourselves and not recognize the collective buying power that we have. You see what I mean? That we have throughout the world. Every other group of people knows the great buying power that we have throughout the world, except us.
Yep.
What's wrong with that picture? You see, the miseducation of the Negro. You see what I mean? Then you got like the dump, as in human shit. And we want to make that perfectly clear. He's representing what he represents. The same thing with Nikki Haley, same thing with that idiot down here in Florida, the governor. You know what I mean? And what we got to do, ladies and gentlemen, as a people, we have got to be the mindset that, hey, we have to make alterations about not getting along with these individuals because, Dr. King tried, Harriet Tubman tried. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on and on. And yet, though, we as a people are still stuck on stupid. Now, what do I mean by this? Okay. You're looking at integration as progress. These other damn groups that got by here yesterday, man. What the fuck you think these immigrants gonna do? They're gonna entrepreneur, buy neighborhoods, build up homes. You see, that's what they're gonna do for themselves. But we still sitting up here ass scratching, yassa bossing, sitting at a damn lunch counter, man, begging for a cup of coffee, and we did that over 60 fucking years ago.
Yeah,
and we're still doing it.
Getting a handout. They're not getting sabotaged either, Shabaka. We get sabotaged.
Right.
They're not getting sabotaged.
Yes, sir.
They're allowed to do it.
Right. Yes, sir. You see what I'm saying? And that's what's such a damn shame right there. But then you get these, this is why we created the hashtag resurrection of the mental dead. Oh, boss, we all the same. I don't see no color. Eyes colored blind. Uncle Tim Scott. America is not a racist country. And then to really add insult to injury of the mindset, Dr. Ben Carson. Okay. That man made me want to vomit each time that I saw him speak. I think that the loaded looking motherfucker man was prescribing his own shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we're talking about what the African slaves came here and they were in search of their American dream. And and I just cannot believe this asinine ass shit, man, that I was seeing, man. And then people, to our audience, it was so fucked up and so sad. It was not even laughable for a college graduate, PhD, a medical doctor at that. And he must have been prescribing his own meds, man, because he looked like he tied one on the night before to say that shit. And he went out there on that stage and said that shit. And then you even had his own fellow colleague reporters, what do they call these Negroes, these Trumpers, ultra conservatives? They couldn't even believe that shit that Ben Carson was saying. And they even said it after he finished saying it, that he was full of shit.
Yep.
Not verbatim, but, this is the point. That was the point that they were making.
Yeah, let's hear from Lady
people.
Lady Che,
yeah, by all means.
On this attack on this president of Harvard. Lady Che.
Sorry about that. I got distracted. Little mousy friend.
I got one too.
Get a cat.
Tell you, man. I'm looking at one right now. We talking about it.
We hopped off the damn one of these damn boxes.
They just run right over the trap. They just look at the trap, look at it, walk over it, touch it, push it with their paw, smell it, move on.
All the melanated mice love my house. They're always in here. It's horrible.
Damn.
It's really bad. They got to get their education somewhere. And I told Jesse, take the ones over here because I live in a Hispanic area now. Well, it's Hispanic now. So take my little brown mouse over there and, have intersexual, racial interactions. And they can just procreate and leave babies everywhere.
No.
And you gonna get in your bed. Take them with you. Take them all with you. You the only one get to leave this motherfucking prison or house I'm in. Take it with you.
I don't want them. I have enough.
They're just gonna have babies under the sink in the bathroom.
Oh my God, no.
What was I gonna say? Did she? I didn't catch it. So did she get fired? Or she didn't get fired? She held her ground, right?
Yeah, she held her ground.
I think it's fucking shit. I mean, first, everything you say is it's censored. It's not really it's like they say it's only free speech when you want it when they want it to. So I'm like, I don't know. I didn't see what she said really was anti-Semitic. I think that they were really trying to put it on her, like make it seem like it. But it's just another way to villainize black people, man or woman. Doesn't matter what is going on. They just didn't want to accept the fact that she is in the position she's in. Yeah, she's not even
Right.
really like a lot of she's not really giving a lot back to them. She's not feeding into it, so I think it's all right. She's gonna be all right.
Yeah, I think she's gonna be all right too. I just hope she stands her ground and don't get to getting on some Kyrie Irving type stuff where you apologize for
Right.
something you didn't do.
No, exactly. Or apologizing for saying the truth. You
Yeah,
see, that's the shit that gets me. They want black people to sit up there and apologize for saying the truth. They say, so, you are you thinking that they free and that they don't see color, but color damn sure sees us.
right.
And I mean, come on, people. I mean, listen to an old bastard like me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm relating shit to you that I've lived through and that I've witnessed. Is that this integration shit is an illusion of inclusion. Even Dr. King had said in 1968, when I was a child, I led our people into a burning house with integration. And look at this asinine shit that you got going on now. Ben Carson motherfuckers, Cory Booker's ass scratchers, Kamala Harris's, brain dead motherfucker there that just left office there in Denver, Colorado,
Yeah.
and Coon. Yeah, Karen Bass down there in Los Angeles. Got all that goddamn money out there, no fucking snow. Oh, we only house 237 people. Wait a minute, you got 40,000 motherfuckers in Los Angeles that is homeless.
At least.
30,000 of them, yes, sir. And 30,000 of them are right down there on Skid Row by the Fred Jordan mission. 5th Street, 6th Street, San Pedro. You know what I'm saying? Stanford, Town Street.
They all fell for the lie at Tinseltown.
Yeah, exactly. You see what I'm saying? And then they getting pushed further and further west to the LA River, as we have stated before, as they building up downtown LA from all this internet AI money. You know what I'm saying? Every other fucking group is prospecting except us. And they constantly pushing our people further and further east, right there to the world's largest storm drain.
Yep.
And then the rain is gonna come, and they probably had a few motherfuckers already who got hauled up in that shit and wound up out there in the ocean in Long Beach, right there in Long Beach Harbor.
Right now.
Yeah. That is the world's largest sewer, that LA River. As part of the California Aqueduct. And that aqueduct has farm waste all the way as high as Siskiyou County, all the way to Los Angeles.
Yep, it's raining in LA right now.
Oh, yeah, because the air is cool right here. Okay, yeah, fuck Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying?
It's raining right
now. Okay, and what's raining right now?
The whole West Coast.
The whole West Coast is underwater.
It's raining right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let the Pacific do its thing, and hopefully, those damn tides in the Pacific Ocean come crumb bumming on those multi-millionaires' beach homes up there in Malibu and along Big Sur and all that old shit. And then they throw so much shit there in the Pacific Ocean. When you look at all those cargo containers going in there to Frisco Bay, you know, taking all those materials right there to Silicon Game Valley. Any day I expect King Kong to come through that motherfucking Godzilla. You know, tearing down the Golden Gate Bridge. They got so much shit in there. And then still over there in Fukushima, Japan, they still have not capped a leak on all that radiation, man, you know, that the Tokyo Power and Light Company is responsible for.
Yeah, from that major earthquake that changed the whole axis of the
Yes,
earth. Time is speeding up.
yes, yes, from 2011. And what is that? Tokyo Power and Light, you know, that owns that Fukushima. Yeah, there's no intel reports on it that they made progress on that. It just look
All
like
that
how they
radiation
fucked up the
leaking
Gulf.
into the Pacific has been leaking into the Pacific for over 10 years.
Yes, so which means it affected all the worldwide oceans now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
it affected the whole worldwide because of the currents. Yes, sir. The amount of time, and that shit is seeping out 24 hours a day, 52 weeks a year, 365 days out of the year, and 30 days per month. And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, is that shit is getting dumped into the Pacific Ocean every minute of that day, every day of that week, every week of that month, and every month of that year.
Yep. For over a decade now.
Yes, sir. You see what I'm saying? Yes, sir.
How long it's been going on. So
yes, and they don't have the slightest idea of how to stop it. But yet, though, they want us to sit up here and spend all this money on this fame shit, on this goddamn advertisement, on this fucking AI shit that we can't stand.
Yep. They're about to put
ask that, ask that out of
robot plant in organs. They're supposed to be producing like 10,000 robots a day or in a year's time or some shit.
In Oregon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we gotta do a show on
10,000 robots a day. Okay, so which means is, man, what's this here? 2023, right?
Yep.
No, 2022. So by 2025, you're gonna be seeing these. You're gonna be seeing these fucking robots everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they mass producing them now. They probably got them in pre-shipment containers already.
Yep.
And probably is making as many as they can. So now what we have, people, is the artificial intelligence running this shit. You got the artificial intelligence running the artificial intelligence.
Yep.
That's why they changed it to Meta. You're in the metaverse now. Like you said, did you have anything else to say on this topic before we move on?
No.
Okay, so the next topic is Kanye West, or otherwise known as Coonye West.
Yeah, what's his latest escapades? Because each time I see a photograph of him, that motherfucker's looking more and more sinister and looking more and more crazy, like he's on some damn mind control shit.
Oh yeah, I believe he is, and he's going to give us a rundown on how bad of a situation it is for him right now.
Okay, let's hear Kanye West. See what he's talking about.
First, he did this shit where he was in a black KKK hood
outfit, yeah.
And then he went on Instagram Live and did like a 10-minute rant. So,
and what was he ranting about?
I don't know. He kind of had
weird.
Kind of had a black moment. I watched it.
Probably weird in the music industry, but Kanye and the small hats. Coonye West wears a controversial mask and debuts Northwest's first rap song in Miami. So him and his daughter did a song on stage. They had a performance out in Miami as well, and all these antics while he was in Miami. So here we go.
Right.
This is from Hip Hop DX. Shout out to them. They give you all the hip hop news. All right, so here we
All
go.
right.
Is it muted? Yeah, it's muted.
Mm-hmm.
Amy's Winwood KKK Mask debuts new song with daughter Northwest. Hey, what's up? I'm A-Dub, and check this out. So Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign debuted their collaborative project Vultures at an outdoor rave at Miami's Wynwood Marketplace in the early hours of Tuesday morning, December 12th, which was also live streamed online.
That's him right there with the damn Klan mask on. Like, goddamn fool. Like, really, dude? Like, what the fuck? So he's in an all-black KKK mask hood performing with another artist, and then he's up there with his daughter, too. So here we go.
Towards the end of the performance, Ye appeared on stage wearing a black version of the hood famously worn by members of the white supremacist group, the Ku Klux Klan. The pointy black mask previously appeared in his animated black skinhead music video from 2013's Yeezus. It serves as Kanye West's latest racially provocative stunt following the White Lives Matter shirt he wore in 2022.
Yeah.
Anti-Semitic and pro-Adolf comments. Even his recent single Vultures has been condemned by Jewish groups for his allegedly anti-Semitic lyrics, notably the line, "How am I anti-Semitic? I just effed a Jewish bitch." Kanye and Ty Dolla $ign were joined on stage in Miami by Offset, Lil Durk, Chris Brown, Kodak Black, Freddie Gibbs, and West's daughter North. Playboy Cardi was also supposed to attend but was running late, according to Kanye. The pair premiered a number of songs from Vultures, including collaborations with Nicki Minaj, Body, Little Baby, and Charlie Wilson, Everybody, which samples the Backstreet Boys, Young Thug, River, Freddie Gibbs, Back to Me, and Kodak Black and Bad Bunny. Kanye even unveiled his first ever musical collaboration with his 10-year-old daughter North, with the song also featuring vocals from James Blake, who he's reportedly making a separate album with.
That's him on stage with his daughter.
You're Shabaka sleeping?
Yeah, Shabaka, did you pass
Yeah.
No,
no, I'm right here. Yeah, I'm still here. Just one more round, ball. To quote the words of the infamous Joe Frazier.
Following the event, a countdown appeared on Kanye's ZZ website, possibly hinting at the album's title. The timer is scheduled to end at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on Tuesday, December 12th. The Wynwood Marketplace rave followed an impromptu listening party inside a Jamaican restaurant in Miami over the weekend. There, Kanye played more unreleased material from Vultures, including a song featuring Future and one containing a shout-out to the currently incarcerated Young Thug and his YSL collective. Ty Dolla $ign recently shared a handwritten track list for the 18-song album, while its cover art surfaced online earlier this week. An official release date has yet to be announced. But what do you think about Kanye West wearing a black KKK mask? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below.
Wow.
Subscribe button and notification bell to stay up to date on all of our new videos. And as always, make sure to keep it all the way locked to Pop
Okay.
It said it gets worse.
So he does that shit, and then after he does that,
Right.
he does this.
Then he goes out there and takes a picture in the black KKK uniform.
Yeah. And then after he does all of that, he goes on a rant on IG. And here it is.
None of y'all here with no Instagram, nobody living, nobody at, and I don't want to hear shit from none of these Jewish niggas talk about, oh, he's in an episode. Harley Pasnick follow me to the fucking hotel. The nigga killed Aaron Carter, and now they acting like they won't kill create a Backstreet Boys sample. You get what I'm saying? Harley Pasnick Pusher, your trainer. Harley Pasnick, Jay-Z. You get what I'm saying? And we hang around these niggas just for the money or some Mike Rubin shit. Slap the shit out of Mike Rubin. I see that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, fuck these bro. I'm on my Farrakhan Don shit right now, bro. Because guess what? These shit, they sabotaged the show today. They sabotaged the Instagram. They cut off the Adidas contract. They did all the shit. Then they want to go get light skin Ye. You gotta understand. That's Jerry. His real name is light skin Ye, bro. That was his name. It's light skin Ye. They want the light skin version. They want a George Floyd. They want a Virgil. They don't let me speak at the funeral. I saw 2, 3, 4, 5 white people not let me speak in Virgil. None of y'all is and Drake. Nigga, hold on. Be quiet while I'm talking, baby. Drake, I love you. I'm gonna get the tattoo. Drake, whoever gotta show up. And don't tell me I'm talking crazy.
Pharrell, we broke down this door. We all in this shit together. We all in this shit together. We all dealing with a lot of.
When he got in there, he already get mad because they're like, you gotta be on his side. It's too late now, cuz.
And none of y'all entertained niggas ever said nothing.
Well, this
when
is
I
all
was
paid
praying
staff.
to see my kids, one of the last days, what's my kid that got fucking locked up for the Mega Salad shit? Oh, okay, look. So Tory Lanez called me. We were saying prayers. We were saying prayers on the phone together. And I prayed. Y'all saw that shit. And y'all saw when I couldn't see my kids, when I couldn't see Chicago too. All you kids on Instagram got some shit to say. You saw this shit. Don't tell me about my fucking political opinion. I made more money to show you that money ain't nothing. It's our money, nigga. It's our country. It's not stolen from the pyramids, nigga. It's pyramids in St. Louis, nigga, Missouri. They stole it. All this shit. America just the latest bitch that been ran through so many times. Master Musa hit her. We had the Indians and shit. The motherfucking pilgrims. It's the truth because they dress the same. It's the same shit. That's the story. They put us in the school. The Rothschilds. I know Jay-Z back here like they go down there. I've been here for a year. They can't touch me. Why? Because God covered me. He covered me. And guess what, Trump? We ain't giving you the support. Unless you get Larry out. Unless you get Jeff out. You understand what I'm saying? Because y'all politicians think y'all gonna just get our shit
right.
All of a sudden, because you got a mugshot, you with us now? No. No, what you gonna do for us? What they gonna do for us? Y'all niggas done voted Democrat all these motherfucking times.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's what I was
really mad.
Maybe he got hit with resurrection of the mental dead.
Yeah.
That's why I just met with NBA.
It sound like he got hit with. Maybe he read our hashtag resurrection of the mental dead.
50% of our deaths is abortion. 25% of us go to prison. Raise one hand if you don't know one in prison, one nigga got locked up, one nigga poor. Raise your hand if you don't know one person got abortion. Now I tell you, if it was in a Jewish mother on a Friday with everybody raised their hands. So wait a second. But wait a second. Who make the hospitals though? Who got the hospitals? These are Zion. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Jesus Christ, Hitler, yay. Third party. Sponsor that. Bring a sponsor to that. Because it's going to be things that feel exactly like me. I don't give I'm 7. I don't give a fuck about life or death. I get visitation with my kids. I ain't got no say so. Walk around like look like soccer players. Don't even know they dad, the dad, the kid. They see me come play one on nobody. They feel me, but they trying to program them. The head of Louis Vuitton, Bernard Arnault, fuck you. Alexander Arnault, fuck you. Francois Pinault, fuck you. Timna, fuck you. Balenciaga, Cedric.
By the easy pot.
Yeah, and the Peters. All you niggas is like, it's still wearing Adidas. Don't say me shit. I'm by myself in this motherfucking room. Everybody shut up.
Damn, Joe, this man crazy.
Yeah.
Niggas with me, I'm by fuck yourself. Because ain't none of you stand up for me. And nobody shut up. Be quiet before you get exiled. That's what I'm saying is, nobody with me. Everybody here, half the motherfuckers on a check. Half the motherfuckers just here like, ha, laughing at jokes, laughing at the raps and shit. Then I made these beats in my mama's basement. I drew these motherfucking shoes since I was in 7th grade. Because when I asked myself up now, one nigga stepped up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. None of the fake niggas, Mav Carter sold me out. You know what I'm saying? Nobody fucking say y'all saw me and see my kids. All y'all rich niggas got y'all kids in that Zion school. See Eric Kenyon. My daughter ripped up the motherfucking couches in the house to be able to be with me right now. Y'all don't know what's going on, for real. Where y'all TikToking and all that shit. Y'all put up with all that shit. I don't give a I'm in Pop. I'm in Vegas. Like Pop, my daughter had the Tupac fucking t-shirt. So I'm saying, witness this shit. Visit this shit. But I don't believe nobody but me. I don't y'all don't gotta say we with you. You're not with me. No one's with me because no one's really with me. It's just me and God. That's what I'm saying. And I'm still alive. Let's go. And I'm still alive. You ain't post. You ain't post. When I couldn't see my kids, you ain't post. Y'all ain't stop the Adidas shit. Niggas let Adidas crash the rich all the time. Wait a second. I put up one tweet, and then Ari Emanuel put, "Oh, we got to drop this," and all is just watch. The only nigga that had the Trump hat, the only nigga that went and got them billions, the only nigga that's breaking through all kinds of ideas in fashion. I've been called faggot so many times for tight jeans. You know what I'm saying? I got niggas from Chicago that I take care of that still trying to sell me. Trying to say I can't go to motherfucking GD. Nigga, y'all been way bigger folks than you, nigga. You niggas don't take care of me.
Right now, your thing is between you and God.
Who do you think the old man called? We'll put Drake on. We put Drake on stage. Who the old man?
Shit, Jesse. Jesse, restart the world.
Yeah, so far I ain't hearing nothing over here.
Groups that control all your shit. BlackRock, Vanguard. After that,
you can't hear us about that?
Yeah, Trump. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, it came back in. Now, where did Jesse go?
He'll be right back. He'll come right back in.
Okay. Yeah, but Kanye is on one right there.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, but I mean, it's like it's about time. I mean, you didn't think he was. I didn't think he was just not gonna be able to. He was just gonna hold it all in. I mean, he was under fire because again, things, they just turn on anybody when they don't agree with what people are saying. You know what I mean? Turn on them and shit.
Yeah.
What you say is correct.
Yeah.
We're gonna want to be kissing his ass and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But keep in mind that Kanye is in a position to move and shake. You see what I'm saying? Because he's a billionaire. That he is. You see, when you're a billionaire, that means you got over what's that $900 million.
Mm-hmm.
See, yeah, you got at least $990 million at your disposal. So that's some serious moving and shaking. And then these motherfuckers is becoming billionaires 2 and 3 times over.
Mm-hmm.
See, but a black billionaire ain't gonna think of the black community. He's gonna go out there and get on some other shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like him. So, what part do you remember hearing, Shabaka? You said you couldn't hear it.
It's like 3 minutes back.
No, it was like about 3 minutes back, but I only was out like for about 5 seconds, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, because the phone. Yeah, because I got.
Laughing at jokes, laughing at the raps and shit. Then I made these beats in my mama's basement. I drew these mother shoes since I was in 7th grade. Because when I step up now, one nigga stepped up. Now one nigga stepped up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. None of the fake niggas, Mav Carter sold me out. You know what I'm saying? Nobody fucking say y'all saw me and see my kids. All y'all rich niggas got y'all kids in that Zion school. See Eric Canyon. My daughter ripped up the motherfucking couches in the house to be able to be with me right now. Y'all don't know what's going on. For real. Where y'all TikToking and all that shit. Y'all put up with all that shit.
Like a cat.
I don't give a I'm in Pop. I'm in Vegas. Like Pop, my daughter had the Tupac fucking t-shirt. So I'm saying, witness this shit. Visit this shit. But I don't believe nobody but me. I'm looking for y'all. I gotta say you're not with me. No one's with me because no one's really with me. It's just me and God. That's what I'm
And I'm let's go. You ain't post. You ain't post. When I tested my kids, you ain't post. Y'all ain't stopped the Adidas shit. Niggas let Adidas crash. Wait a second. I put up one tweet, and then Ari Emanuel put, "Oh, we got to drop this," and all is just watch. The only nigga that had the Trump hat, the only nigga that went and got them billions, the only nigga that's breaking through all kinds of ideas in fashion. I've been called faggot so many times for tight jeans. You know what I'm saying? I got niggas from Chicago that I take care of that still trying to sell me. Trying to say I can't go to motherfucking GD. Nigga, y'all been way bigger folks than you, nigga. You niggas don't take care of me.
Right now, your thing is between you and God.
Who, shut up. Who you think? No, hold on. Who you think the old man called?
You.
We put Draco stakes. Who the old man called?
You.
You know what I'm saying?
Because God put you in
It's just because I had a car. Everybody.
Oh, white. Don't fall for the okie doke. Yeah, wait for those carrots, guys.
Waiting for Drake. That's what you've been waiting for.
Yeah, don't fall for the okie doke.
No fun in that bullshit, and she just said,
Yeah, just like Lady Che said, don't fall for the okie doke.
No, just yeah. And he was because I ain't gonna even about to kick her out too. That really made me laugh.
Cam, this is what you've been waiting for. Oh, because look, let me tell you something. This is the way the world works.
God is using him right now.
Okay, be quiet for a second.
Sorry. I love you, Bo. Okay.
No, you got it. Get over. Hey, sorry. Come down, please. God runs the world. Then under that, you got 1,000-year-old families, Medici. Under that, you have the Vatican, the Pope. Under that, you have the financial groups that control all your shit. BlackRock, Vanguard. After that, you have Putin. You have all this shit. And after that, you got what all this shit is. Entertainment, Hollywood. Take that, run that back, run into schools. I'm going to give y'all one last thing before I go. When I first put the tweet up, I was dealing with a divorce lawyer. And I explained to the lawyer what my issue was. And his response was to me, if you keep up this anti-Semitic rhetoric, then you won't see your kids. I knew that I couldn't have an opinion or I wouldn't see my kids. Y'all know who y'all fucking playing with? This is the vessel of God. You gonna burn all your shit down. I swear. I knew this was struggling, surviving gays, surviving this way. That's why I set it up while I was still in the high schools. Bill Cosby couldn't do shit by the time they got him. R. Kelly couldn't do shit by the time they got him. That's why I had to send it up. Because the same niggas that made him rich is niggas doing the documentary. Coonye, Q, because everybody saw that third episode. That's what the whole shit was about.
Period.
Me selling opioids. I'm not even bipolar and I got signs of autism for the accident. They're going to hit me with fucking medication, have us selling opioids for them. They made me the face of bipolar. Oh, yeah, Big Pharma, where my royalty? For the drugs you done sold off of the idea of gay being bipolar. Don't say shit right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think I pretty much wrapped up. Okay.
I'm just saying they.
Yeah, take out.
Wow.
No. No.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Come on. Nigga, take.
It was ridiculous. All right, let's get Shabaka stops before Mr. Sandman finally knocks him out for the count.
Yeah, man. I think we're throwing in a towel, man. For right now. But thanks for having me. We're signing off from Sin City. Keep up the work. Definitely follow, like, and subscribe Front Line Blacc News. Like and subscribe Shabaka's Black Experience Enhance our Blog Talk Radio. Like and subscribe to Revolutionary Agenda. And for all you other content creators out there, hey, we don't mind sharing your material on our platform a little bit, but please reciprocate with us. We would appreciate the same respect.
All right, Lady J and Brother Chael, guys, to see you all tomorrow when I wake up, God willing.
Okay, Shabaka. Have a good night.
All right.
See you tomorrow.
You too. All right.
Hence, season 7, episode 4.
Yeah. Yes, sir. All right. Okay. Take care. Good night from Las Vegas, Sin City. All
Good
right.
night, Shabaka. All right, Lady Che, what are your thoughts on Kanye's latest rant?
Yeah, I'm glad he kicked that part out. I mean, like, I just like the whole. I thought it was kind of like so cold. You know what I mean? Like, he's on point. You know, it's gonna be hard for people to listen to because you know the way everything was pushed at us, like he crazy and this and that. No, you know, like I like you can't really think he's crazy, and not only that, he wasn't the only one thinking any of the shit that he said about anybody that he said about, including and not limited to what we can't. I can't speak because we live in constant fucking fear of that. There's a word about getting canceled. It's like it's gonna happen one way or the other whenever they shut the fucking satellites down. Everybody gonna get canceled at that point. You know what I mean? But it's like it's just there is a fear, and it's a fear that they whoever faces motherfucking bills of the world put in us. You know what I mean? They gotta sit like that, and then don't say that, and then all these platforms are like they're really quick to censor and do all that, and everybody's just like, well, they get upset. You can't get upset when you're black and you know that we don't own none of these fucking spots that we are on unless you're running your own black platforms to do that on. Most of the stuff has white people behind them or Asian people behind them or Indian people behind them, so it's just kind of hard. It's a design for us to continuously not be able to make it hard so you can't get your bread up to get liquid to do that. You make it hard, and then then we only are hard on ourselves and hard to each other. So it's just a fucking ugly ass cycle back and forth, and that's why we never can really get to where we're supposed to go with the bread we're supposed to have when we're supposed to have it, because it's always something. And then once you get on there, you can't necessarily be able to hold your audience, because the people who do have a large audience, a large following for whatever reason, for however long, it is like magical to me how they got to do it, because the way
a lot of them are paying for subs, like Roly Poly Martin.
Yeah,
they're
like that too. That too, even on YouTube, you got like promotional things where you pay like certain amount, and then they'll generate all of a sudden 50, 60 views or 200 views or 10,000 views or all that often, like, over the month. It's like, how the fuck is that possible? Like, why is that possible? So just doing the little like legitimate work, like us, like, for example, I'll give you a perfect example, who's been doing real work, right? It's been a slow buildup of their own channels, right? Look at our brother Black Light. Yeah, for like fucking forever to get to the amount of subs he has, right, and views that he gets, and it's not without constant fucking mentioning, hey, we got so many here, can we get this up there, or whatever. Just that's the decent work. He's not paying for the motherfucking algorithm to jump 10,000 people,
right?
You know what I mean? So, and like for example, like when you just do your job, just do your work, and fuck it. It'll happen when it's meant to happen. But when it does happen and you're black, you got to know that it's going to come with another set of fucking black dangers and black taxes and fucking fees to your soul. You know what I mean? This is another thing that they just want to eat you up and spit you the fuck out when they're ready, and then go on to the next thing, and the next thing ain't never gonna be not conscious or not hype, not what I mean. It's just some old bullshit. So yeah, That's how I feel about it. I liked it. I thought it was good. I was glad to kick that bitch out too. I was glad because she just, like she wouldn't stop, and that's what they were motherfuckers trying to get their point out. They don't want to be interrupted, and then they lose track of their thought, and they just try to hurry up and get that 10-minute rant out. The 10-minute rant turned to 20-minute rant and a fucking punishment.
Yeah.
Sit outside like you're doing too much, and she said the N word. I caught it.
Oh, she said it?
She did say it. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck it. I got my pen and paper. Like, I just check it violation. And she did say it. I heard her say it. She said it. There's a whole white bitch. She said it. So I was just saying, like, I thought that was kind of funny to myself, and I had to point that out. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. I liked it. I think that. I also want to say this one thing. Nicki Minaj didn't want to fuck with him this time because I guess he wanted her to edit or change her song a few years back with the song he put out. I guess he wanted to change it, make it more like church like, because he's in a church thing, and she didn't want to do it. I guess she didn't want to do it. They couldn't get on the right page, and I guess when it came time again, he had asked her, and she said no. She wasn't fucking with it. And I think that at that same time, it's like this: no good deed goes undone. No favors. There isn't really a time like when a motherfucker does a favor for you, just know there isn't really a time frame on this favor. At any given point, a motherfucker might want their favor back. You know what I mean? So there's not really a time limit on that. And then, two, if somebody does something for you, it is a good thing to kind of like act in kindness.
Yeah.
Turn when it does happen. You never know. It doesn't always have to be like months away. It could be like fucking years away, and a motherfucker might need you then. And just tap back in. It's not wrong to do right by the people that did right by you in your time of need. Just saying. That goes for every area of human activity. Go ahead, Jesse. I'm done.
Okay. Yeah. So like I said, a broken clock is right twice a day. The stuff about who runs what and controls what, that part was true. All this other stuff he was on, it was just like, man.
You're right, though. I mean, they should pay residuals. Anytime the fucking people tokenize you for shit, like when they're clowning you, they dragging you on the internet, they're basically tokenizing you, making you the poster child of said whatever, right? So yeah, they should come out of pocket. Just add that to the list of reparations. Cut that check. Everything that they do, just keep adding it to your list of shit that needs retribution. Really, seriously, because that shit can't go unchecked. They used you, they humiliated you, they slandered you, whatever it is. Yeah, go ahead and make that right, and everything is made right, lady, by money. Fucking apology. You can't apologize for destroying a motherfucker's life because they have different views. I mean, that's why the fucking internet's out there. It has nothing but millions of fucking different fucking views for you to follow.
Yep.
We're not on one page, evidently, and you can't force us to get on this propaganda. There's obviously some bullshit. Yeah.
All right, Lady Chet. Well, moving right along, we got Charleston White got whooped at the comedy show, and now he just got arrested for aggravated assault and weapons charges. So, shout out to Rob and TD. They're going to give us a rundown on him getting whooped at the comedy show. And then I'm going to update y'all on him getting arrested. Well, he did an IG talking about the dudes that beat him up. And then he just got arrested for weapons and weapons possession and assault. So here we go.
this, man.
Oh, God, I gotta share the screen. We can go once I share the screen. Oh, we got some comments. Oh, yeah. Twin is agreeing with everything you are saying, Lady Shay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thanks, Twin.
Yeah, it's definitely animal cruelty.
Mm-hmm.
And that's him getting arrested.
Big homie Charleston White got beat up, huh? He got jumped on stage. They ran down on Charleston White on stage. If y'all didn't see it, I'm about to pull it up right now. He finally got what he been asking for. Let me get this up here.
Man, that was one of the most ratchet, whack, weird, magical fights that I've ever seen in my entire life.
Play this real quick.
Yeah, look, Taya down there, she said, damn, not Uncle Charles, yep. I miss my Uncle Charles.
Oh, man. Charles, y'all. Nah, they ran down on Uncle Charles. But he had it coming. You know, they didn't do, because when you told me about this, I thought that it was a setup. You know what I'm saying? They got like front row tickets because they knew what they was going to do. But nah, Uncle Charles was talking crazy. He was being Uncle Charles. He was being himself. And this time it didn't go so well. You know? And he was wearing Laker jerseys, which was fun. It's just funny. Like these two dudes were like uniformed up. Like y'all about to get on the court. Like it's crazy.
Oh, right. I already got the back.
Oh, okay. See, what was happening is that he was getting booed. So then he started stunting on everybody. He said, I already got the back end. I don't care if I'm getting booed.
All right. I already got the back end. I already got the back end. I don't give a damn about getting booed. I already got paid. You paid to see me. You paid to see me. Lakers, put out some money though. Put out some money though. Put out some money though. Put out some money. Put up. I hit you in your goddamn head.
I hit you in your goddamn head, nigga.
Yeah, that's something we would do though.
Then pull out some money. Pull out some.
That's something we would do.
With your roses.
And like that, you just pick up the first thing. That motherfucker trying to walk up all hard.
I hit you in your goddamn head. You show your goddamn head.
Emperor though. He trying to pick that shit up. It was like one after another. I was like, why do they have all these props right here?
Right.
Like Jerry Springer right there.
One thing that you put me on to is how the chair disappeared.
Right.
Like on the streets of
disappeared.
game, bro.
Bro, what happened to it? What happened to that chair?
I don't know what happened to the chair. It was like playing Streets of Rage back in the day. Remember back in the day you played Streets of Rage, you could pick up a knife or something like that. But if they hit you, if you get hit with like, you would drop the knife and the knife would just fall on the floor and disappear. Like that's what happened to the chair. The chair just said, bloop, it was just gone. You know, like, you pointed that out to me and I started tripping, right? I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Like, you know, Streets of Rage, like the chair disappeared. But now what's even more crazy is that even when I got a whole nother angle of this, right? Even when you watch this at a whole nother angle, the chair still disappears. And I started dying. Look, you didn't see this yet. Let me show you the other angle. And he get tackled, and like on some video game type stuff, the chair just go bloop. It's just gone. It just doesn't exist anymore. Okay, where the chair
go, Lady Shay?
You sold it in your hand.
I think it folded up underneath them. Oh shit! I think all the legs and everything. And that's what I mean, like it was like. First of all, where did that other dude come from?
Right. This another view.
Look at the chair. It's gonna disappear. Look.
Behind that little green thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
the way it disappeared because
the plant. Then he hit him with the mic.
Drop your weapon because you got hit.
I was like, yeah, where do they got all these? That's right. That's right.
It was in Crockett, Texas.
Flashing and it just wasn't there.
Between Dallas
the chair
and
started
Houston.
flashing and it was just gone.
Hey, but wait though. Here go the even funnier part. Bro, what's hilarious is the exaggerated sound, like the exaggerated sound effect of him hitting dude in the head with the microphone.
Yeah.
Bro, that was hilarious. Like everything else was quiet. He hit him with that bass and you didn't hear nothing. And then he hit him with go back and listen when he get hit with the mic. It's like boom, real loud. His head was hollow and everything.
It was. That motherfucking mic was so loud.
After the fact, he was like, God.
You know what that motherfucking platform? And the mic, I watched this shit like 8 times before. Just because it was so funny.
You can't hear nothing.
I thought he was playing with the fucking plant. Wow, you see, he did that like one forward step back shit, like, oh yeah.
Hey, why was it so loud though when he hit it? It was like, boom, boom.
Bro, when you go to that one part, Charleston White's legs is in the air on the ground. That's how you know he down there getting pummeled, bro. You can't hear nothing right here.
It was quiet. Hit it with the bass.
Quiet.
Nothing.
Then get hit with the mic. Watch this.
Look at Tom. Crazy Lord.
His little feet kicking there. His little feet. They're gonna beat him out his trousers. Let's go get your boy.
Bro, that's you heard that?
I heard somebody
Did
say
you hear that at the
wrong
very
head.
end? There was some chick that was scared. She said something like, "They got guns in here."
Like that. Well, bro, like what's hilarious? That is a true ratchet fight. Like ratchet fights start out at point A and end at point B. Like it just looked like a cartoon. Like you ever seen like when like it'll be like a bunch of cartoon animals fighting, and it's just like a dust cloud with like arms and legs coming out of it, and it's just like a dust cloud and they're fighting, and it's just arms and legs coming out of the dust
my
cloud.
day all over again.
So the next one is the video of him that he did after he got beat up, trying to clown the dudes that jumped him at the comedy show.
Did you hear what Charleston White had to say like after the fact? Did you hear what he had to say afterwards?
No, what did he say? He won.
But basically, you know how like a black guy or whatever, you know, as long as there's
y'all
like
ain't did nothing. Y'all ain't did nothing. Yeah, I got inside your head, boy. I got inside your head, boy. Like,
literally what he said. It's literally fact that I got inside your head, boy. I'm clean. Yeah, he did that. Like your face was literally
Bro, you got lumps all over your head. Talk about
ab exercises where his legs like fluttering, like he's doing the backstroke, but not in the swimming pool.
Oh man.
Right there. I'm gonna lie, that shit made my whole fucking day.
look at all them lumps on his head.
I just want to stand in front of the sunlight to let them niggas see. Nigga, I'm untouched. I'm unscathed.
You're not untouched.
We win again.
Nah, that sounds good. Your feet can't be dangling in the air and you say you won. That no.
His little
Man can't beat me. I'm talking about they are furious and they can't beat me. Cut the lights off. The internet is mad in the motherfucker. They said they wait till in the morning, y'all. They said this nigga's ain't go to bed tonight. See, his ass gonna get wait till in the morning. He gonna have lumps and knots on his head. Y'all just I said, okay, just wait.
Yeah, he got lumps and knots all over his head.
Anyway, come on.
Just wait in the morning. Just wait. I'm
like, why you just got a straight tan line though? Let's talk about that.
I'll move at all.
Stupid.
He balding on the top.
Yeah,
but he couldn't really see, like, he fronting right here. Because the way that he doing it, he bobbing and weaving in a three-dimensional way, bro. You only had two ways that you could have bobbed. You only had two ways that you could have bobbed and weaved, because you didn't have that back part that you could go to, because you was on the ground.
Right.
Man, you had bobbed and weaving nothing when you lying face back on
gapping like crazy.
So he had to go like left to right like this if he was bobbing and weaving like what he's saying he was, because he couldn't bob and weave to the side because the ground was behind him.
Right.
Now, if he was standing up, if they hadn't tackled him and took him down, you know what I'm saying? If he had some takedown defense, you know what I'm saying? But he ain't had no takedown defense. He got rushed, bro. Like he got tackled. Like he got tackled like the defensive line failed him.
He actually talked about that. He actually said that on this video, because I actually watched this video. Like I watched it, but he actually say that. He said somebody to send my man a contract. Like he actually gave him credit for tackle. Not for getting jumped, but he was like, for the tackle, nah, I give it to you.
Right. Like Adam Sandler on Waterboy. Don't hey nigga. That nigga was a mean tackle. I'm not bullshit. They need to give that nigga credit for whatever last football team he played for. That nigga need credit for that motherfucker sack. That nigga did a hell of a motherfucker sack. They just knew I was gonna wake up this morning. They just knew I got tackled, and when I got on the ground, I went to getting done like niggas do when they get done on the ground. Kicked in the head, kicked in the mouth, punched on some more. They just knew that it happened. They thought that nigga who ran over there to try to swing, they didn't know Dewberry knocked his spine off.
His head is funny as hell.
And them niggas was
especially with all those goddamn lumps on it.
Nigga, I don't want to play football. Where my goddamn money go? I just dropped my back end money.
Exactly, he got a knot right on his goddamn forehead.
I'm the only nigga at the bottom of the pile thinking about recover the fumble. Get the fumble. Just fall the ball.
Hey, he did drop that stack of money in his hand.
Yeah.
You know, he dropped them ducats on the floor. And he was thinking about that I'd be thinking the same thing too. I got tackled like that. I'm like, oh man, my money.
Man, I wouldn't even been fighting them all like that. That's how you know everybody up there was hustling backwards.
Yeah.
I'd have straight took the money.
Right.
Get the money, man. You know, I don't
that money back. And I'd have been like, man, you see this? You ain't getting that money back. You better go ahead and tell some more jokes and hope you get more on the front end.
Right. Right, Rob. That part. You did. Look at all them goddamn lumps on his head.
My people, your people.
When he wake up in the morning, he gonna look like Winnie Love.
You do.
Now he gonna look like
that's exactly what you look
wow,
like that.
I look like your daddy, cuz it's all right.
Say, I'm not bullshit. Say, boy, I would hate to be not gonna go there.
Stephen from Django.
He really shot this on InShot. You know, you can't afford to remove the little, you know what I'm saying, the thing in the right hand corner, the watermark. That's crazy,
bro. If he removed the watermark, he would have had like 17,000 less views. And Charleston White is an idiot, but he knows what to do when it comes to entertainment, and he knows what to do when it comes to what people want. And you know that pixelation and watermarks are a must. It's a must.
I've been online since this motherfucker attack happened, and boy, I ain't got a cut, I ain't got a bruise, I ain't got a cut, I ain't got a bruise. Charleston White wins again. Checkmate. Say they want
Oh man, so that's it as far as what he's talking about.
He ain't got no
Yeah,
bruise. He all lumped up and
I
shit.
can't give him that. And me personally, I like Charleston White. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people don't like Charleston White. I like Charleston. You know what I'm saying? He cool. You know what I'm saying? I get.
Here's my question for you: would the world be a better place with him or a better place without him?
Without.
I don't think it matters if he's here or not. The world gonna be the world.
Right. That part.
Yeah, it's gonna be what it is, whether he's here or not. He's a byproduct of the world. He exists because of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
All right. Thank you,
Did
TD and Rob, for that awesome commentary on Charleston White getting jumped, and then Lion talking about ain't nobody touched me, and we can clearly see from the video he got F all the way up. All right, Lady Che, what are your thoughts on that?
I had the same thoughts that they had. I was thinking the same things. I watched this shit like at least 8 times, man. That shit made my whole day. I don't think I ever laughed so much. Just watch his little feet, man. He threw the player like this, like the motherfucker on the floor thought he was playing. And he thought he was playing, yeah.
So, in result of this,
keep all these props up here. These stages are dangerous.
I don't know if this is for the same thing or something else, but now he's been arrested on aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and animal cruelty charges. It's from Urban Politics. Shout out to Urban Politics.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as it broke into the news all up and down the timeline and everywhere that Charleston White has now been arrested on 3 charges. One being animal cruelty for a non-livestock animal, and then 2 aggravated assaults with a deadly weapon in the Santerre County. And I was skeptical at first. I was like, I'm going to let's see how everything play out. Wait till some more confirmation come. But then once I saw Say Cheese posted, I know that they have a direct relationship. And people was already looking it up online. You know, the internet is going to internet. Certain people, they going to get up in the databases, get to looking and searching and finding out all the information like detectives. That's just how the game is going to go. Charleston White being one of the most polarizing, disrespectful, entertaining, whatever you want to call it. Whatever your purpose is of looking at it, he most definitely is a part of the rap and hip-hop independent media space. But we seen what happened last week as it was a situation that went down out in Crockett, Texas on stage for his comedy show. 2 dudes got on stage, got up on that, turned into something real serious and almost went all the way left. Bounced back from that, did a few interviews about it, and now he is actually arrested. And I'm going to tell y'all like this, bro. Everybody gonna have different opinions about everything amongst the going on in the earth. That's just what it is. But it ain't never cool to me, bro, to be getting locked up for some avoidable stuff that don't pertain to you out here getting no money, you out here take care of your business or provide things for your family, or something that could have been avoidable. Arguments at concerts, shows, and things of that nature, or you just having a crash out moment. But he's innocent until proven guilty, whatever these charges is right here. And I'll keep y'all updated as more details come out. Right now, he in Terry County Jail from what the reports are saying, and that is in Fort Worth, where he is from. We'll keep y'all updated on everything, man. Tell me what y'all think. We got more videos all in 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.
Yeah.
I swear to God, you motherfucking I'm gonna get a fucking big cat in here. Or an owl. Ha! Man, you know what? I'm gonna go get me an owl. Little miceys wouldn't have a fucking prayer in the world. Fucking Falcon come out the closet. Whoa! Are we saying, can you imagine? Motherfucking Harry Potter owl sitting on that thing in my room right here. They hangs up on the clothes. Right, like, ooh, 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 ooh.
That would be funny.
I'm gonna go find the day. There was one time, man, I was on my way to motherfucking Windsor. I was I was who riding. And I was at with it, and then I was like, go to the store real quick. You know, I need some things. So I was gonna go right up to the Safeway, right? And as I'm riding and going down these back roads, one back road, right? And I swear, some car, you know, like me with the motherfucking with the peripheral vision, right?
Yeah.
I got like excellent at night vision for some reason sometimes. Right? I was like, something caught my eye and it was on the road. And I was like, I was speeding, listening to rap music, speeding, right? Down this motherfucking road. And I was like, nobody's there. It's like, all I felt was like the car was floating and, you know, dusty ass roads, dusty and shit. It was like a whole movie scene to me. And in my mind, I was listening to some music and I thought I was driving like I was in the movies, right? I was like, caught my eye and I was like maybe 200 feet. I stopped the car. I was like, backed it up, drove back. I was like, I saw it in as I was like, that's a fucking owl. That's what I saw. Peripherally, that's what I thought as I was smashing down the road, right? And when I stopped, I was like, let me go get that. Right? Because it might have fell somewhere, you know? Motherfucker ran down. I was like, I'm going to go help that. So I was like, I reversed all the way back 200 feet. No, when it was on the road, it's late. It was like 8 o'clock. So I was like, I get up there. And now I went on this motherfucking like hike. It was like I walked around like maybe I would say it's rural. I don't know how to break down the rural area. You know, it's rural area. There's no houses, nothing, right? Just road and nothing. It was like I felt like I walked like maybe 10 minutes looking for that motherfucking owl with my flashlight. I was just walking around I had like a lot of chain, like you know, I always have like you can hear my bracelets. So I'm walking around, you know, just in case, because you got like they say there's coyotes and shit. I don't know. There are motherfuckers with guns and stuff out there, so and wild dogs once in a while. So it's like, listen, I'm looking for this motherfucker. Like, come on, please, man. I need a Harry Potter owl. I need a fucking Harry Potter owl. That shit was I never found him. I was like, damn, and I drove back like another fucking 300 feet just in case I missed it. And just kept, I was like, no, you know, go Safeway. Go back Safeway, drove back. I was like, man, I missed my opportunity. I felt like, you know, like, I know I seen it. You know what I mean? I know I seen it. But I missed it. I couldn't find him after that. I was like, damn, that would be tight in there.
Yeah, they're nocturnal too.
Yeah, fuckers be asleep. And they'll be up, but they'll be asleep during the day like me. Like I like to sleep during the day. Can you imagine though? Late at night, ooh, and you're walking around with their motherfucking reflective ass eyes at night on the little purchase thing, the little things I have all over the house, like the one in the living room. I go down the hall, like grab some water or something, and you see the motherfucking reflective ass eyes. Like head turn or a falcon. Here's some kind of bird or prey. Just come off that snatch one of them little motherfuckers off the ground. That'd be the perfect animal for fucking baby mice. Dude, I saw them Terminates boxes too, you know. They had like a couple around the building. What the fuck are they doing? They're not catching shit. They're not catching nothing.
They're not doing shit about it here either.
I said that Cole Chandler motherfucker need to be fired with a quickness.
Oh, so yeah, that's a perfect segue to our last two topics of the night. Thank y'all for staying out late with us. So we're down to our Unhoused. Oh, so getting to Charleston White. Oh, man, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Man, I hate to see any black man go to jail or be charged for some shit. This dude, he literally had it coming. So, based off the stuff he be saying online and whatever. So,
That's why he went to jail?
I don't know if it was around that, but I was just saying like something, the stuff he was doing or saying, you know, there was gonna be consequences for that. I think he went to this happened outside of Houston. this town called Crockett, and he thought shit was sweet, and it wasn't. He got hands and feet put on.
Oh man, I wish there was video for that. Are you gonna show it?
No, I'm done with this. I'm closing up. But
You're not gonna. I thought you was gonna do the Unhoused Neighbor News.
That's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to finish up with the Charleston White situation.
No.
I'm just doing my take on that. So
yeah, I want to see that. Is there a video for that? Somebody do a story on that?
on what? No.
How you know you because that was like all they had on that story. They didn't have nothing.
That's all Urban Politics had on the story.
Damn.
So moving along, the unhoused situation is not getting no better here in Denver. We've had over 28,000 illegal immigrants move here in a year. And Johnson has this ridiculous plan that it's not even ridiculous, but he stole this, a stolen plan that he stole from me and Lady Che from when I was running for mayor to house 1,000 people by the end of the year. So he's in desperation mode now because, as you can clearly see, there's only like 2 weeks at the most left of this year. So he's in scramble mode, trying to purchase up whatever he can get a hold of for the city to purchase. So the latest stunt is this Embassy Suites hotel in southeast Denver, in the tech center, or close to the tech center area over by TJ. They just purchased this shelter, and it's supposed to be for families. But when they first brought that out, they were talking about it was going to be for families and the LGBTQ community. So I didn't hear no mention of that part tonight at the city council meeting.
Right.
They did bringing up the fact that it was for families.
And it's trying to be very vague and ambiguous.
Mm-hmm.
Like a Cole Chandler's trying to do this whole little slide out, like, make sure you mention it. There's gonna be families. What families? And I have this whole little thing about that. Like, you don't do that for Denver right families. Denver right families get separated. They get put in the system. They are a 10-year wait for housing. They only can go to like 3 spots. They got to do all these hoops and loops. It's never enough. You can't even prove them. Take like 3 years to get housed. Like, that's fuck shit. Like, you out there with your family sleeping in a car or something, you'll get 2 or 3 days in a hotel. And that's after you jump through hoops and loops, going all the way to the shelter, sitting there, making an appointment, telling them your story. If they probably feel like it, they might blush. If they feel like it.
Yeah, so Johnson is right. Yeah, that's facts. Johnson is running with this nonsense about he want to house 1,000 people by the end of the year. He's like at 500 and something. He claims that after this purchase that he'll be at his goal, which is not factoring in the 28,000 illegal migrants that have moved in the past year.
Yeah, that's so slick shit.
Yeah.
Go, Jesse. I'm sorry. I apologize.
And they got some more micro communities, he's dubbing them, the safe outdoor camps that are coming on board. I think the dashboard said he's about at 500 and something people housed. Articles. Video. Lady Che, did you go
What?
on mute? Oh, okay.
No, I'm right here.
So you can see Fox 31. Okay, here it is.
And we start with the Denver City Council giving the green light to a plan to turn another hotel into a shelter for homeless families. It could happen before the end of the year.
This is now happening at the Embassy Suites. It's right here on Hampton Avenue on the east side. The decision controversial for many of the people living nearby. Fox 31's Nicole Fierro joining us live with that decision and the serious debate around it. Nicole.
Yeah, been 3 hours of questions, concerns, and debate, all on this one topic before council unanimously approved it tonight after 8:30. $30.9 million to rent and then buy this hotel on Hampton Avenue to house homeless families with
$39.9 million is a lot of motherfucking money for these motherfuckers to get out.
many voicing support,
We as good neighbors should be there to lend a helping hand.
concerns,
Public input on this project was Saturday, 2 days ago.
This is being shoved down our throats, and questions about the money, logistics around it.
I am concerned about the previous offer for 21 million changed to 31 million overnight.
The hotel cost $21 million to purchase, but city officials say the plans to lease it until March at $825,000 a month, so another 2.4 or so million. The additional over $6 million is in case the sale goes through or extra months of leasing is needed. Another concern of rushing 200 families in all at once.
I asked that the city have a phased approach to the new family shelter.
The city says the shelters will allow 60 families and 90 kids under the age of 5 to move in off the streets right away, with room for up to 200 families long term. That will be phased in. They confirmed tonight the shelter will be just for families.
Will you and the administration be willing to put that in writing?
Yes, sir.
The police chief weighing in too.
I think that this is the right solution and one that will allow us greater capacity.
They also say the family shelter is designed to support 24/7 information residents wish they were given earlier.
We as the community had no time to have a say in what happens.
So families could be moving in. December 28th is the target date to have them start moving. And also the council member, Amanda Sawyer, she did say that that lack of transparency, that concern brought up, is valid, and she plans to hold the administration accountable. Reporting live here in Denver, Nicole Fierro, Fox 31.
All right, Nicole, thank you.
Yeah.
Family and fellow soldiers, I'm
So
I mean, that's just it was fucked up. It was fucked up shit. Like, we already knew they were gonna approve it. I just found that like when I got a chance to speak earlier today, I was just like, man, this is some bullshit. I hate.
oh, let's play that.
Lady. What?
You
No,
speak
yes.
it,
Yeah, man. I was like, I was like laughing and shit. I thought it was funny, man. I like Robert Bailey though. Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna give him the business on the airport again.
Yep. That's what he's pretty much accustomed to doing.
The apartment that I had waited 4 years dealing with the coalition for, gone. Closed, everything.
Good evening. Good evening. Goddamn Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Just gone.
Not Sunday. Monday.
I mean, that wouldn't make anybody feel great, would it?
Yeah.
Coming home and it's all gone, especially on the biggest and out of school time providers across the city. We're committed to providing no cost.
Council, Front Line Blacc News, Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, the Revolutionary Agenda. And I reside in District 8 at the Roach, Bedbug, and Mice-infested Fusion Studios in Chantel Lewis's district of District 8. On this last city council meeting of 2023, I would really love to see the city prioritize, the citizens, the citizenry, the people that made this city so great. But I have a few questions about this. So is this going to be strictly commercial? Is it going to be mixed use? It's a rezoning
Or for
before.
adoption.
That council rep. Did you get to speak before that?
Yeah, I signed up for everything.
Wow. I feel like I was lucky they even called me. I didn't see you speak though. I had to speak last and that one time.
I was the first speaker.
Oh.
And everyone is just as human as everyone else.
Oh Lord, stop it,
That is why we built in a little more room in there. But the actual plan is to go ahead and release through March, assuming council has approved everything. We close at the end of March. That means we paid $21 million for the acquisition, and I'm going from memory, but I believe it's $2.475 million for the rent for 3 months, and that would be it in totality. The current owner will continue to provide the operations support of the facility, so they will still have staff there to help us through this transition. And with that,
thank you so much. We have, I believe, 49 individuals signed up to speak this evening.
49 people, and they put me first. So either I was the first one to sign up, or the previous hearings where I would swoop the fuck off on them. Is that let's get him out of here first.
That closed it out. But my bullshit, yes.
Will not get to everyone. This is a 30-minute courtesy hearing. It's not a required hearing. We will try to get through as many we can in a 30-minute period of time, alternating between those who have signed up in chambers and those who have signed up virtually. In advance, I have 49 total, 33 support, 16 against. We will start on Zoom with Jesse Paris.
Oh, thank you for making me priority tonight. Yes, my name is Jesse LaShawn Paris, and I represent the Black Star Action Movement for Self-Defense, for social change, as well as the Unity Party of Colorado, the East Denver Residents Council,
I was president, I would probably laugh like that.
Front Line Blacc News, Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, the Revolutionary Agenda, and I reside at the Roach, Bedbug, and Mice-infested, CCH-owned Fusion Studios in Chantel Lewis's district of District 8. So I'm in support of this because as we've had a crisis before COVID, we had a crisis before the migrants arrived, and we still have a crisis now. We have a housing crisis. We've had it for over a decade, and it has not been prioritized at all. So any opportunity the city takes to try to alleviate that, I'm in support of. My question is, I just don't want it to turn into another Fusion Studios or another Best Western or any of these other hotels and motels the city has acquired over the years. The upkeep is horrible. The management is horrible. The residents get treated horribly. So I would hate to see that happen with this property here. Now, we keep getting all this NIMBYism, not in my backyard. I don't want to see it in my backyard. Well, what do you want? People to just die? That's what it apparently appears to be, because we still have this urban camping ban still in effect. Nobody on this council, this new council, has proposed anything to repeal that or get rid of that by any stretch of the imagination. So as my elder and my revolutionary father always says, the faces change, but the game remains the same. So this is big business, keeping people, unhoused in this state of hopelessness, but you prioritize the migrants over our actual citizenry. So I have a few questions about this property in particular. So you said you're still looking for somebody to publicly finance this. So are you gonna reach out to a community land trust? Are you gonna reach out to a service provider like CCH or Salvation Army or Jesus Saves or the Unsamaritan House or Catholic Charities? Have any of those entities been looked at since you keep giving them millions of dollars every year for what? I don't know. We never see it, people that are clients of these services. So if you could please answer those questions, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm sure the people at home would appreciate it. Thank you and have a good night, and I'll see y'all next year.
Thank you. We will transition to chambers.
Give them that work. Listening to fun, Lady Che. Was it used before this Asian chick?
And the people who move on.
That's the best one.
The benefits of city government.
I don't even know what everybody's saying. I was like right after Barbara Bailey.
Create encampment overflow.
Oh no, you missed your speaking time for this. Because they had called.
No, I was on regular general comment.
Okay, let me go back there.
And I thought that was kind of interesting because I feel really in between about celebrating when there's a lot of
you were the last speaker on the general
division and chaos and war going on. But there was this one. Or Bailey for man. Good afternoon, good evening.
Our Bailey had me rolling, dude.
You really have to do better, and you can't just be shutting down people like this. Like, it's a terrible look for you, and you do it all right. Then this speech.
That's like the lady, yeah.
Really, it's like you just shut them down right at
Jamie Torres.
Man, that would I would hate to see that happen. Now, I just want to say a big shout out to Councilwoman Lewis. Even though they're setting you up for the big okey-doke of a failure later on, and have you just take all this on. We just wanted to tell you that we recognize you, and we are so thankful that you put your work out here for us, and you're really helping. Really helping, even though the city is just doing this to you, and eventually you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just a setup for failure. And really want to recognize, let you know that we see it ahead of time, and just try not to let it happen to you. I just want to say this. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. We have a camping band in Denver. And I know for a fact, being outside for 5 years, especially in the winter, the police are merciless. And they, the city is merciless. But not only that, but it's never been okay to take our residents, our actual Denverites, and threaten them with incarceration because they don't want to take what you're offering. What you're offering is temporary. What you're offering is a lie. And it's upsetting to the actual Denverites, especially Black Denverites, veterans, elders, handicapped, disabled. It's also the youth Denverites. It is upsetting. It is very upsetting to us that, as usual, as per normal, we are constantly stepped on, and the benign neglect is ridiculous. You expect us to just take whatever, or else you're going to incarcerate us, or else you're going to put us under some sort of medical, incarceration too. Basically, let's just sum that up. Whatever is you can hide, where it's out of sight, out of mind, right? Well, that's unfair. It's not right. I also want to say this: if the migrants could come here and spend 4 months on the road, the children and everything, what do you think they did in their own country?
Right.
But we feel so upset by them. So we must help them. Well, you haven't helped your city first, and we have a camping ban. So when it's good for us to be terrorized, then go ahead and handle business. We have a lot of people under that bridge. I'd like to see some input. Thank you. And Coach Chandler, Jet Fire.
Thank you very much. That concludes our general public comment session.
Yes.
Our next session will be held on Tuesday, January 2nd. Sign up begins at 11 a.m. on Friday, December 20th.
I was like, maybe I said that a little too raw. Like, I was like, this guy's like, what, you guys better get on your job. Like, I want to see them go. I want to see them go somewhere. Like, do what you're supposed to do. Like, you did us on the
tonight. And as a reminder, council members, please turn on your video. For those participating in person, when called upon, please come to the podium on the monitor You'll see your participating virtually when called upon. Please wait until our host promotes you to speaker. Please accept this promotion. Turn on your camera if you have one and your microphone. All speakers should begin their remarks by telling council your name and city of residence, and if you feel comfortable doing so, your home address. If you have signed up to answer questions only, please state your name and note you are available for questions of council. Speakers will have 3 minutes. There is no yielding of time. If translation is needed, you'll be given an additional 3 minutes for your comments to be interpreted. Speakers must stay on the topic of the hearing and must direct your comments to council as a whole. Please refrain from profane or obscene speech and refrain from individual or personal attacks. Councilman Gonzalez, will you please put Council Bill 1660
and Che decorum right there.
She didn't check me either, because I was like, Madam Secretary, or Secretary President, or whatever, Madam President. Whatever the fuck her name is. I was like, you gotta do better, man. This is a bad look. You can't just be cutting off the people like that when they try to give us vital information. You can't just be doing that. You can't.
The thing they don't want.
Like, it's a real bad look. I would hate for somebody to do that to you. Like, thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Jamie.
I said, why do y'all even bother having a public comment?
They always do that. People. Dude, not only that, remember they stopped the whole meeting because they wanted to get live in the room, right? And she's like, "We're not going to do that this time, Sarah." Like, she just, immediately it was like, "Everybody leave and go to this room." I'm like, "Fuck you! I ain't going no motherfucking where. Why I gotta leave? Like, I'm sitting in my chair if I was city council. Like, why I gotta leave? Like, I ain't going nowhere with you. You're not the boss of me. Like, what the fuck? Sprinkler." They cut the cameras. They cut the audio. They didn't want nobody to hear what the fuck the people were saying. That's fucked up. I was sitting there, like, just waiting for the audio to start. Dude, they shut that shit off. It was like an hour of silence. So, yeah, I was like, man, I'm tired of this lady. This lady bugs me. No, Jesse had to come back in. Let's see. Thanks whoever is watching. I can't see you because I got the screen all blown up. But I see that there's one little eyeball viewing. Well, one pair of little eyeballs. Oh, no pairs of eyeballs. Oh, well. I do want to give an update real quick. There's going to be a change to our emblem, which is on the top right corner. I'm creating one specifically. I don't know what possessed me to do it. But there's gonna be a change to this little emblem. It's gonna look like this, but it's gonna be way tighter. I just feel like just updating it, making it tight. It's gonna be ours anyway, so I don't worry about it. But it's gonna be. You'll see it on all of our platforms. Here shortly, you're gonna see it. What the fuck, man? Okay. Okay. Hold on a second. I'm getting binged or what? Okay. His computer started to restart on his own. Cool. Yeah. Well, that's a good thing. Okay, back to what I was saying. Yeah. So that's gonna change. That's going to change a lot. Just that I'm going to make one for our pages, or at least for this Frontline campaign, Frontline Blacc News. The little top right emblem, the top right our marker or whatever you call it. We've had it. It's been a while, but I finally found something I really like that is the same as it as that. I believe I did this anyway. I believe I created that, or I can't remember. For sure I created that, or Ramel did. Well, somebody did it, but either way, somebody on the Frontline campaign that did it. So it wasn't a big deal, but I do all the little clips and stuff that we have, and so I've been recently inspired lately, and I saw something that I liked, and I was like, oh, fuck it, I'm just gonna change it. It's been like 3 years, so about 3 years. 3 years we've been using it, so I feel like it'll be all right. Should change it. I changed all that anyway, so it's on me. The other thing is, I'm probably gonna do an RVA tomorrow. I was gonna do one right after this, but I wasn't sure if I was going to or not. Tomorrow is like a really, really serious, heavy day for me. Seriously heavy day. I'm really sick, so it's gonna be like a hard working process. Just said his computer died, so I'm not sure if he's coming back or not. I'm here like 2 more minutes and see. Back to the RVA. So I got a nice little queue set up of things that I thought were quite entertaining. There's a lot of stuff happening in the news, at least politically, that I thought was kind of interesting to talk about it on the RVA. So yeah, I did a lot of catching up lately. So there's a couple of things that I found quite interesting. And other than that, I've been just chilling and watching movies, crazy ass movies too. Hold on a second. I think it's Jesse's back. Yeah, he is back. Okay.
Sorry,
I have to add you to the studio.
We started out of nowhere.
Uh-huh.
I was going to try to play that clip of the part of the clip of the video of the live stream of me telling them, why do y'all even have public hearings if you're not going to do what the people ask?
Not at all. I'm like, really? That and none of that at the time. Oh boy, looked mad defeated.
Oh yeah.
Mad defeated. He's like, do something. Yeah. That's his fault. What happens when you do some old white boy swooping type shit, and you don't have your own thoughts, and then you keep the same people from the previous administration and the same programs and the same things have been taken from them. You're really paid for. You're bought. So of course you're lying. You got to toe. You're not towing the line, then you can't get nothing done. They won't let you. And that's the thing that we're gonna have to struggle with. Trying to do political stuff because we can't trust nobody to just be serious and honest.
Yeah, Keith Parker or Keith X put me in sent this message to me about a black fan questioned and humiliated at a Denver Nuggets game over courtside seats. I guess this was a few days ago. I didn't even know nothing about it. Well, I honestly can't even say I'm surprised because Coonye he was cool with me, but from what I've heard, he's pretty racist. Stan Kroenke, the owner of Ball Arena, owner of the owns the Nuggets. He's a part owner of the Nuggets, and he owns the Avalanche and the lacrosse team, the Mammoth. But getting back to the city council, I literally went off on right after the general public comment because they get mad because you're questioning them on what the fuck they're trying to sign with these rezonings. We don't need no more unintended consequences from these rezonings. They don't care. But I'm doing what I always do. And that upsets them because they haven't really heard from me lately or Lady Che because they have been stacking the deck against us where we can't speak.
I'm sorry, this shit is funny.
The last city council meeting of the year, I let them fucking have it. So this rezoning is for a property on the west side. It's supposedly a vacant lot right now. They want to put a duplex there, and I was asking them, like, so what's the AMI level going to be for this? Is it going to be for rent? Is it for sale? Like, I'm asking them the hard hitting questions, and this is in Flores, it's either Flores or Taurus's district. I think it's Taurus's district. And Taurus is like, well, it meets all the criteria, so I'm just gonna approve it. Like, bitch, you didn't answer none of my questions. But here we go.
All other areas of the city, where we expect to see 20% of new housing and 10% of new jobs by 2040. A subtle increase in potential density of this lot aligns with the bump.
So
the requested zoning meets the next two criteria.
So these are the 5 criteria they used to do these damn rezonings. Consistency with adopted plans. So they push through these plans like they did the 2040 plan at the last freaking minute, and they expect you to be in full support of it, because this is how they're going to gentrify your city. So these stupid ass plans are the plans for gentrification. Then you got uniformity of district regulations. So does it meet what is in the code, the building code for the city? Then you got further public health, safety, and wellness. Basically, are white people safe? Number 4, justifying circumstances. So is this rezoning justified? And they always find every reason in the book to try to justify these goddamn rezonings. And then number 5, they got consistency with neighborhood context, zone, district, purpose, and intent. And they'll say, oh, it meets all the criteria, and they'll just go ahead and approve it.
Criteria. The rezoning will result in uniformity of district regulations, and it will further the public health, safety, and welfare by implementing plan guidance, by creating a subtle increase in density near transit and amenities.
Positive action commemorates social change, as well as
the proposed use, called moderately dense, the requested zoning meets to improve federal as a transit corridor. Lastly, the proposed map amendment is consistent with the neighborhood context, 2-unit district, and the ETUC zone district intent statement. Based on the review criteria, staff recommends
building code
jargon. Thank you, Fran. We have 2 folks signed up.
Recording in progress.
How they do it on Zoom is just so frustrating, because they got to promote you to panelists. And
yes, good evening, members of council.
Right.
Yes, good evening, members of council, those watching at home, those in the council chambers. My name is Jessica Sean Parrish, and I'm representing for Black Star Action Movement for Self-Defense, Positive Action Commemorates Social Change, as well as the Unity Party of Colorado, the East Denver Residents Council, Front Line Blacc News, Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, the Revolutionary Agenda, and I reside at the roach, bedbug, and mice-infested Fusion Studios in Chantel Lewis's district of District 8. Like the previous rezoning, I would really like somebody to answer my questions. It's very disrespectful when you blow us off and don't answer our questions. You have these public hearings and you don't want to listen to nothing that the people, the public have to say. My question in regards to this rezoning is, first of all, this is right behind a school, Kepner, I believe. The second thing is, are these going to be for rent, for sale homes for this duplex? What is the AMI level going to be for the for sale or for rent duplex homes? And was there a good neighborhood agreement signed by the community and the RNOs in the area? If you could please answer those questions, and I'm sure the public would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Very much. Our next.
So then I got some motherfucker later on that's talking about he's a Yimby. So you got NIMBYs and you got Yimbys. Not in my backyard and yes in my backyard. So one of these motherfuckers, he's a Yimby. He's a yes in my backyard. And he had the audacity to say something like, "Oh, we spent 5 minutes hearing." First of all, I don't even get to talk for 5 minutes, so I don't even know.
Never.
But
That's lying itself.
we spent 3 minutes hearing a previous speaker bring up all this stuff about 2 homes, and we have, and he was like stuttering, like it was so bad, like the dude had a serious speech impediment. He gonna try to go at me.
Passionate though, you gotta get to. He was really passionate. He was really upset. You hurt his feelings. You upset him.
With his
You made him stutter. You really upset him. I was like, "Damn, Jesse, for reals? That's how you doing these people these days? Got him
You
stuttering."
don't try to go at me. You can't even talk, dude. You can't get your words out. Like what the hell, dude?
I was like, before you told me, I was like, man,
That concludes our speaker.
Somebody help the man.
Let's see if I can find this dumb shit. This motherfucker actually had the audacity to try to go at me. I'm like, really? This motherfucker right here.
It'd be like that sometimes.
He had the audacity to try to go at me.
Light.
I had to do a double check on it. I was like, is he really talking about me?
Sent out into the world of winter by government officials who said, go, even if there isn't any room at the inn. And so I ask us all, not just you as council, but to this measure.
It's holiday season.
Thank you. Your introducers is Nolan Hahn.
So they had called your name like that, and you wasn't there, so they just kept going.
Hello.
Noah. Always goddamn Noahs. I have the worst luck with goddamn Noahs. So this Noah here, he can't even fucking get his damn speech out, but he gonna try to go at me. He stopped stuttering when he got to me. I know.
You did that. So that's stop.
Have speech impediments, but dude, like, why did you even bother? We can't understand what the hell you're saying, but here it goes.
Alma Lincoln Park Neighborhood Association and a lead with Yes in My Backyard, Denver. I'm here asking council to support this critical project to get children off of our streets and into a
So he's just stuttering his way.
I was like,
really?
damn.
You gonna try to go at me? Okay.
I was like, damn, what did you say? Slow down.
Shelter before it gets even colder and more dangerous this winter. But I also want this council to reflect on how we got into this housing crisis.
See, he stopped stuttering when he got to that part.
10 minutes tonight.
Better give you that work.
10 minutes tonight, really? I don't even have 10 minutes to speak.
No.
So what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, oh, we're here for 10 minutes tonight about two homes, and we got all these questions about the homes, and yeah, damn Skippy, you gonna get all these goddamn questions. You must be new to city council, dude. Like, I've been doing this shit for fucking almost 8 years.
Right, it's not just that.
What are you talking about? Like, this is nothing new. It's new to you. It ain't new to me. And it's definitely not new to people that's regularly tuning in city council. But I'm going to let the stuttering buffoon continue.
Listening to someone talk about a rezoning for a duplex that was in compliance with
It was in compliance with 4 blah, blah, blah. Fuck those area plans. Like, that West area plan, our good friend David Roy Ball can attest it was complete fucking bullshit. And the public hearing they had on it, they pulled the same type of shit well, this isn't a required public hearing. And you only get 30 minutes to voice your opinion. And if you didn't sign up in time, well, you won't be able to speak tonight. We're just gonna approve it anyway. So fuck their area plans. Somebody was in compliance with it. You see, you had no problem stuttering on that part.
For different plans. Requiring a project, especially one that small, to go through this much work just to get 2 homes built in Denver is exactly why we are
just yeah, damn Skippy. We gonna hold you motherfuckers accountable. I'm doing what y'all motherfuckers claim that y'all do. We hold politicians accountable. No, the fuck you don't.
No.
But since I'm holding them accountable, I'm making them like actually live up to the shit they said they're gonna fucking do. Oh, that's a problem. We spent 10 minutes on this. Yeah, damn Skippy. Motherfucker, I signed up to speak. I'm gonna utilize my 3 minutes. It used to be 6 minutes, and these motherfuckers, oh no, we gotta chop the time down. It's only gonna be 3 minutes, and you can't yield the time because, man, all these rules, all these decorums and shit. That's because of me and Pops, because of Chairman Sekou, because we've been giving these motherfuckers hell for over 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. He's back to stuttering again. God. We didn't have no problem saying what he did about, it took 10 minutes of our time. Motherfucker, everybody had the opportunity to sign up. Nobody else signed up. I'm going to utilize my minutes, especially since they talking about you can't yield time and you can't pass the time on to somebody else and all this shit. They make it harder enough to sign up. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna utilize my time. Fuck, how you feel about it?
Yeah.
And these are questions you should be asking these motherfuckers. Not shouldn't just be rubber stamping and co-signing this bullshit. Take them motherfuckers to task. They're your employees. You put them in office. They supposed to be doing your bidding. So yeah, hold them motherfuckers accountable. But yeah, that's what I wanted to play on that. And then they got a whole new shit they trying to come up with for the fucking migrants. All this goddamn shit for the goddamn migrants. And like Lady Chase said, y'all ain't doing nothing for the citizenry. You ain't doing nothing for the citizens. No. So I got open arms. So this is Amanda Sandoval's district. Denver will lease the Mullen home to shelter migrant families in the West Highland neighborhood. The deal includes a land swap involving a ballpark near the West Harvard Ghost Trail. Okay, go ahead, Lady Che. Put your magic to work.
What? Oh, shit. Okay, hold on a sec. I gotta open it up. But I gotta read. You got that thing covering it. Let's see. I was about to roll a cigarette. All right. Approximately 75 apartment units in a former assisted living facility in West Highland neighborhood will become available to migrants. I'm tripping. Hold on. Sorry about that. My hair's twisted up, so little wispies down the peripherals. You're tripping because I thought it was a little mouse. All right. Sorry. After City Council unanimously approved an agreement Monday with the Archdiocese of Denver to use the space for shelter, Jordan Fuqua, press secretary for the mayor's office, said families will move into the building later this week. The plan has been in the works for nearly a year. The Archdiocese first announced in January that it was working with the city to potentially use the former Mullen home for shelter. The lease will run through the end of 2024. Fuqua said the city will prioritize families who have been timed out of migrant. See? It's always in the fucking articles, man.
Yep.
Shout out to the fucking press. The timed out migrant shelters that have not yet found permanent units. These families will be able to stay for up to 3 months. Hell fucking nah. I wish I'd have read this before. These families will be able to stay up to 3 months. The city is still figuring out how much the rent will be. We know that the migrant families arriving in Denver work tirelessly. We know that the migrant families arriving in Denver work tirelessly from the moment they arrive to find jobs, housing, and this new partnership will provide the important temporary support they need to be successful here, says Mayor Mike Johnston in a statement Monday. That motherfucker's tripping. I am deeply grateful to the Archdiocese for their partnership and look forward to working together and support our new neighbors. Okay, scroll up, go down, whatever you gotta do.
Support our new neighbors. Oh, okay. Sorry, go ahead.
The apartment. Jeez, the apartments come as Denver, along with many other cities. The U.S. is facing a growing migrant crisis. Since the crisis first began in mid-December of 2022, Denver has spent more than $35 million serving more than 31,000 migrants coming through Denver. That's like $1 million per migrant, cuz.
Yeah.
Like this year, they ain't never spent that much on us. Like that's like 35 million serving more than 31,000. That's a lot.
Yeah.
I feel sick to my stomach. If anybody should be tripping, they should just start tripping off that money right there. Because real quick side note, they weren't acting like this with the unhoused neighbors, like at all. And at least for like, if you've been watching Front Line Blacc news on the RVA for like 3 years, then you would know they haven't been acting like this. They haven't rushed to fucking our. It hasn't been a state of emergency at all. Period. They could care less. They just don't want it in front of their fucking buildings or houses and shit. They don't care if you eat or die or fucking whatever, as long as nobody sees it, right? So they weren't acting like this, but oh my god, let my fucking know these fuck, man. Hype moments, man. Hype moments. All right. Let's see. All right. Let's see. While many have moved on to other cities, thousands of others have decided to stay in Denver. According to recent data from the city, approximately 3,100 new migrant students have enrolled in Denver public schools. Christ. While the city has offered shelter to migrants arriving in Denver, some families have wound up on the streets after reaching the shelter's time limit or getting kicked out in mid-November. Councilmember Amanda Sandoval's office counted 100 or 300. Excuse me, is that a 1 or a 3?
It is
1 or
100.
Okay, 138 people camping on the streets, including 38 children. That ain't on us, cuz that ain't on us. Sandoval helped gather 330,000 from different city council offices to support migrant families. Are you kidding me? Sandoval helped gather 333,000 from different city council offices to support migrant families. The Mullen home is located in District 1, which she represents. As the migrant crisis intensifies, thoughts of utilizing this site for new families arriving in Denver became necessary and vital, Sandoval said in a statement Monday. I believe this site will be a welcoming transitional home, but also a safe space. I am deeply moved by my community and the work so many are doing to support the newcomers in the neighborhood. As part of the agreement, the city and the Archdiocese will swap parcels of land elsewhere in the city. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means.
So they got these little vacant lots or whatever, and they're saying that they're gonna turn them into shelter for the migrants.
What about the people?
I know.
They've been chilling on this land and they don't care. Oh my God! Like
This is what blue, no matter who gets you.
I don't understand why anybody's not bringing that up. Like, God, man.
And they keep saying it's a democracy. It's not a democracy. It's an authoritative. This is an authoritative regime.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna do
Do
what I
whatever
want.
you want to do. Damn the people. Damn the taxpayers. Damn the citizens. Damn the people that voted for you.
Right. Like, yeah, exactly that. Okay, hold on a second. Let me see. I read that part. You gotta move up. I read that part. Get your cigarette. Okay. I think that's let's see. Okay, yeah. The city will cover utilities, maintenance, and repairs at the cost of $1.5 million as part of the deal. The city and the archdiocese will exchange parcels of land they already leased from one another. With the differences in value covering the city's rent for the Mullen House, the lease will run through the end of April. Under the deal, the city will give Archdiocese Calumet and 36th Avenue. The Archdiocese will lease from the city for a parking lot near Lady of Guadalupe Church. In exchange, Archdiocese will give over Harvard, the city Harvard, which never has leased since the 1990s, to use as a ballpark near West Harvard Gulch Trail. I don't understand. While land exchanges are not common, they do occur from time to time. Future said about the agreement. These are properties that made sense to exchange given the historical uses and properties by the archdiocese and the city, Denver's current need for space for migrant families, and the city's desire to own rather than lease are ballpark. Long term, the archdiocese plans to ultimately use the building for senior housing. The Catholic organization Little Sisters of the Poor ran the home 29th Avenue for more than 105 years. In 2022, the nonprofit closed the site and deeded the property in the Archdiocese of Denver. At the time, Little Sisters of the Poor closed numbers of homes across the country to focus resources at other properties. Since its inception, the Mullen home property was intended to help people in need, said Archbishop Samuel Aguilera in a statement Monday. And although plans to restore and reinvigorate the property for senior housing are being developed and scheduled to begin within the next 2 years, Jesus, they could be dead by then.
Right.
More people could. They just count on that. Like, don't worry, we just lost this group that was waiting. More in line.
Well, every year they lose their voter base. They lose potential voters.
Yeah. Like this whole 6 months, they should just already think they fucked up. They fucked up. Okay, go ahead.
I think that was it.
Cool, because that was the longest motherfucking article ever.
Starting next year, the youth will get representation in Denver courts. Oh yeah, they passed. Denver released the Radisson Hotel in Globeville for shelter. Nearly half of Denver's homeless shelter beds in the Northeast are in Northeast. Yeah, they're in the District 8. They're over here. But see, this is the shit. Like, me and Lady Che were telling them when I was running for mayor, we need to have these in every district. Oh, ha, 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 ha. Now look.
Right.
Oh, we spread the love.
Well, yeah. That's what happens with this still shit. Just run off with it. But it came out of our mouth, so it wasn't really important. You have to be white for it to matter.
Yep, that's why white tears matter. Them professions it's 100, house 1,000 dashboard.
Hey, that remember Carl Clark called that out.
Mm-hmm. And how it counts sheltering people experiencing homelessness. Understanding what's working and what isn't is an easier way. So you said that if they don't go to the shelter that he's proposing, they're locking them up.
Mm-hmm. It came out of his own mouth, yeah.
So he's pulling that Kelly Brush shit.
Yep.
Let's see where the dashboard is at right now. House 1,000 process or progress dashboards. He is at. Oh, that's the map of where they're at. Oh, what? They got the demographics on here? 8.5% Black people. Wow. And we know goddamn well it's more than 8.8% Black people out on the streets. Okay, so it says.
That's terrible. Only 5 permanent housings.
Yeah, still at like 500. 550. Yeah, in 2 weeks, right?
Right. Just look at that. I'm like, man, you're already showing your ass, cuz. You're already showing your ass. Like, you be over, not that I don't appreciate the sneaky shit. I do. But you not get, you just, I don't know, you're just bad at the sneaky shit. You know what I mean? Not that I don't appreciate it, because I go that motherfucker does the whole, sneaky thing, but he's ultimately just fucking himself.
Mm-hmm. So we got leased units, 129, other permanent housing 5, and reunifications 37. Moves to non-shelter or non-group shelters, micro communities, or hotels, 368. Moves to non-group shelter or stable housing outcomes, 11. Length of stay in the shelter, percentage shelter 30 plus days ago and still in shelter, 89%. Average stay in the shelter is 24 days. Exit destination. Indoors / other shelter 4. Indoors / treatment 1. Other deceased 1. So somebody died. Other jail 4. Unknown. What the hell was the unknown? 13. Unsheltered homelessness 5. Total 28. This is horrible.
It's terrible shit. I mean, just the least unit, like the numbers at the top, like 12, 15. So only 129 houses or 29 places you leased. You leased units. So where'd you house the rest of the people?
Exactly. People moved indoors who are still living in housing or shelter.
Oh yeah.
Only 3%.
Let's see. Okay, so it's that moved into hotels, micro communities, other non-group shelter options. What's a non-group shelter option? What does that mean? Jail? It's still a group option.
That's a group option.
Is it jail? Because jail sounds like it's a group. There's still a lot of people there. That sounds like a shelter too. They're trying to make it seem like that. The hospital still qualifies. You know, where'd you move to? So move to non-group shelters, comma, micro communities or hotels. 368 people. Okay, it doesn't make any sense, dude. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense because it's like leased unit is a leased unit an apartment or a leased unit counts as a motel room because
That,
that's how they've been trying to pull the old woo up on.
that transparency that Sawyer was talking about. It
That's that
does
motherfucking broad and ambiguous talk. Like you don't know. Like
it does the
yeah,
same.
It's up for interpretation.
And it's behind. Look at this. This is behind. It's like 4 days behind.
Right.
Data updated as of December 15th, 2023. Well, we're on December 19th, 2023.
Man, I know you're auditing all of this shit because, like, look, first of all, they haven't been telling the truth. I'm surprised fucking old stupid face didn't ask for Cole Chandler's motherfucking documents again.
Oh, yeah.
Like, did we forget that he didn't turn in anything? He just sitting there.
Yeah. He didn't turn in anything.
No, like, did you? I mean, they forgot. I didn't forget. I just haven't been allowed to speak.
Mm-hmm.
I've been like last 2 weeks, I'm gonna try to get Cole Chandler fired. Mission. That should be, my good deed for the city.
So let's see where they're at because they're talking about spreading the wealth, right?
Ain't spreading no. Yeah, they gave 32 million or 31 million to the motherfucking
spreading the love
for the immigrants.
Mayor Johnson and his administration are committed to ensuring hotel and micro community sites are equitably distributed across Denver by avoiding concentrating these sites in low-income communities and communities of color. Bullshit. That have
I don't think there's anything like that anymore, except for like maybe 2 other spots.
But you have them concentrated in so-called communities of color, such as Central Park.
Central Park, yeah. Well, that wasn't. I mean, they gentrified it first.
Yeah, they gentrified the hell out of it. Look at this. 6% white. Oh my god.
They don't ever want to hear it though, because we would say it all the time. All right, it's all white. It's white. It's
Only
white.
9% black and almost 11% Hispanic and almost 8% Asian and less than 1% Native.
It sounds like it's a lot, man. It sounds like I just can't understand.
So they got what 1, 2, 3 over here. Yeah, so that's the Comfort Inn. Oh, the Fusion is on here. No, the Quality Inn and the what was the Comfort Inn? The Comfort Inn and the DoubleTree.
Mm-hmm.
They got something. I told you I was gonna put a micro community out there by New Motion.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Yeah, right off of Peoria and 38. So there's 3 in District 8. I'm trying to zoom out. Zoom in on this. How do you zoom out, though? Zoom out. Oh, that didn't work. It's just the districts. And then the little red, is that red or purple? Mahogany colors is who they surveyed. I remember how that survey shit went down. They completely neglected the TV studios. We were not on a survey list for any of this shit. Okay, so that's the key. Okay, here we go. Key or the legend. So District 8 got 3. Northeast Park Hill has none as of right now. Globeville has 1. So the Clarendon. Yeah, I think it's the Clarendon. And on the west side, on the north side, I don't see nothing. On the west side, I don't see nothing. So how are you spreading the wealth or spreading the love?
Not. It's misleading. That was a misleading thing.
District 5, they definitely ain't got nothing in District 5. District 6, 1 in District 7, nothing in District 2, and 1 in District 4. Yeah, that's definitely not equitable.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Yep, so there you have it. It's a bunch of bullshit. More empty promises.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what y'all voted for, Denver, right?
Right. That's not like that's not on us. We did our part.
You only got some shit to blame.
Like we did our part. Like can't be on us.
Right.
It's just
here. Y'all thought fat meat wasn't greasy, and now you see it's very greasy. So don't get Johnston remorse now. This is your guy.
Right.
You got him for the next 4 years at least.
At least.
Like we said, campaign. Don't come crying to us. We don't want to hear that shit.
Nope. Because we really don't. We're not gonna hear it. Like, not gonna hear it. Yep. So, I guess stay black, stay dangerous.
Yes, definitely. And keep your heads on a swivel. Well, thank y'all for tuning into this episode of the Front Line Blacc News. Episode 37, part 3 of the Front Line Blacc News. We'll be back tomorrow with Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. Make sure y'all stay tuned for that. Open mic discussion. In case y'all forgot the number, here it is again. 516-418-5996. And press 1 and you'll be live on the air. So we will see y'all tomorrow.
Did they get it fixed?
Today. Yeah, they fixed it.
Cool.
Depending on the time zone you're in. We'll see y'all tomorrow for a brand new episode of Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced.
Right.
At 6 in the west, 7 in the mountain, 8 in the central, and 9 in the east. And RBA should be coming. Another RBA should be coming sometime this week. So stay tuned for that. And we will be back with Frontline Black News on Saturday for episode 38 of season 3. So make sure y'all like and subscribe to Frontline Black News on YouTube and Facebook. The Revolutionary Agenda on YouTube and Facebook. And Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced on Facebook and Twitter, now X. So thank you for everybody that tuned in and everybody that's going to listen to the playback. And we'll see y'all then. Peace.